Greetings, fellow detectives. What was with my voice there? It was like, greetings. Greetings, fellow detectives. Welcome, welcome to one of my favorite games, Curse of Blackmoor Manor, which will be our Easter stream for the day. Welcome, welcome. Happy Easter. Happy snow day if you live in Minnesota. It is currently snowing pretty heavily outside. Craziness. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with a new game.
Welcome to my latest case. Dear Ned, greetings from jolly old England. Although right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part. That's because I'm on my way to Blackmoor Manor, where the daughter of one of our neighbors is living. The daughter, whose name is Linda, recently married Hugh Penbelin, a British diplomat. Hugh travels a lot, so the only people at the manor with Linda are Hugh's aunt, Mrs. Drake, and Hugh's 12-year-old daughter, Jane. The thing is, ever since Linda moved into the manor, her health has gone downhill. She's practically bedridden, and no one seems to know why. Her mother is convinced something is terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark, foggy moor. I can't tell whether the butterflies in my stomach are because I'm excited or just a tad creeped out. Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
Night, miss. Good luck.
Oh, this part is so good.
Who's there? Hello?
I'm in danger.
There's something out there!
Where, child?
Over there! I mean, something was out there.
Come in. I'm Mrs. Drake. I take it you are Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I heard something, too.
Oh, people are always seeing and hearing things on the moor at night, especially you Americans. Why don't you just go on up to your room? It's the one with the moon on the door.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is, not quite ready to meet with you just now. But please, come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right, thank you.
Ugh, what a fantastic beginning. And I love this room, too. It's just so beautiful. Bringing back the beautiful Nancy Drew rooms. Yes, my favorite. Hi, Adam. Welcome. Curse of Blackmoor Manor. I just love this room so much. Okay, what do we have in here? I can't remember what these are called. These little marble things. But they'll keep going basically forever because of gravity. We have this awesome puzzle box left behind by Brigitte. Ludi sin gaudio ludi non sunt. And then these look like they look like clues for that puzzle box, which is pretty handy. Gorgeous fireplace. This room is just insane. I love it. Okay, Nancy doesn't have anything in her suitcase. She does have her kind of usual shirts and her mom jeans, which we love.
Wonder what goes there. Something fits in here, but what?
Some sort of hidden compartment in the window seat. How cool would that be to have? Why did they give the best room to Nancy when she doesn't live here? That's a good question. This room is just so fantastic. Okay, so we need this for the puzzle box. Aquanoctum vernum. Solstitium, Equinoctium autumnalis, so this is like the autumn equinox, and then Bruma. And I think Bruma is the one that we need. So if we look, we see that north is the dragon, east is the lion, Leo, south is the rabbit, Lupus, and the fish, Pisces, are on the west. So that will be helpful.
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
Oh, this music is so good too. Okay, so we found a tripod. This little setup over here. So we have our good old alarm clock. We can call a cook and we can call Hugh. Good to know. This bed. Look at this bed. It's so cool. And then this like very fancy mural on the wall. It looks like a built-in frame. Like this house is just crazy. Okay, so now that we know what we need on this box, north is the lion. No, north is the dragon. So dragon has to be red. And we want it to have a full moon, I think. I can never tell. Not filled in. If it's filled in or not filled in. I think it's all the way red. So we'll try that. And then the lion on the east is also red. But he has, is it like this? No, I think it's like this. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I might be doing it backwards. We'll see. We'll see if I'm doing it backwards. At least we'll know how to fix it. The rabbit is south, so it's green. And it's half, like this. And then west is Pisces, the fish, which are blue. And they are like this. But then, what is the lynx? Huh, what is the lynx? Your favorite character has to be Nigel. Everyone hates on him, but I like him. I like Nigel too. He's just super into what he does, and I have to respect that. Yeah, Nigel's a lot of fun. There are so many good characters in this game. My favorite has to be Ethel. And a similar thing. I know a lot of people hate on Ethel because she's, like, terrifying. But I just...
Wonder what this is.
We did it. But I just love Ethel. I think the idea of her character and what she does is just so cool. Okay, so we found the eyepiece for the telescope, it looks like. According to these little directions. And also... we have this we can open now with the telescope. This is also the first mystery to introduce a child character, which is pretty cool. And then we have all of these astrological signs, which we can actually look up on our phone to see the order of them. Why stars seem to move. So it tells us the zodiac, and then it gives us all of the zodiac symbols, which... do I have these written down in my notebook? I don't. Okay, well it goes Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Is this Gemini? Huh, might need to write that down actually. Because I'm assuming we just have to put the astrological symbols in order. I've decided to, I have a big old cup of tea here, a chamomile tea with honey. Every time one of the characters says Penvlin, I'm going to take a sip from my tea. Just good to stay hydrated. Okay, so if we want to write down these astrological symbols in order... This game is very puzzle heavy. It is, but in a good way. Like, I love the puzzles in this one. I know some people hate it because it can get tricky. It's definitely hard. Okay, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, that, kind of like the swirly looking thing. Then we got Leo. Then we got Virgo. And then Libra. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Capricorn. Aquarius. Looks like the water. And then Pisces. Okay. Beautiful. Oh no. Once again, it is the very late hours of the night. For you or for Nancy? It is about 10:30 in the morning here. But for Nancy, it actually could be in the very late hours of the night. What is it? 18:20? So yeah, 6:20 in the evening. For sure. Okay, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and then Cancer, and then Leo. I think this is Capricorn. Libra. Where's the Libra? It's kind of the weird, it's got a little loop. There, this one. And then the M with the arrow for me. Late at night. Is it late on Sunday for you? I guess what time zone are you in, Adam? Sagittarius. Where? This one? Yeah, I guess it's that one. Okay. Some of them look different than the way that they were drawn in the phone. Aquarius. This one. Aha! We did it. Victory! And then we found this cool moon. Very cool. So Nancy already finding clues and she hasn't even left her bedroom. Love that. Okay, let's actually leave our bedroom now. Go do some exploring. So we have this stunning manor with these beautiful stained glass windows. Absolutely incredible.
Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
Can we play a game? Yes, but only in French. Oh, 3 a.m. on a Monday. Wow, Adam, you're quite ahead. Hi, Sylvia Puppy Sticker. Oh, I love this game too. Isn't it the greatest? Okay, so if we pay attention to the sounds on the stairs. Bling, whoop, wah, blading, whoop, wah, bang, bang. If we pay attention to those, we notice that these make those sounds. Except these last two, which make clock noises, so a reference to Secret of the Old Clock, and train noises, reference to Last Train on Blue Moon Canyon. Hi, Ray Marie! So glad you made it. Welcome. We just got started, but we're already finding so many clues in this crazy manor. C-A-D-E-E. And what that actually spells out is Bad Caddy, so a reference to Danger and Deception Island and Caddy the sea monster, which is so cool. Love that. And we just found a key, so that's awesome. So many things and clues to find in this mystery.
I'm afraid we're busy.
And we can't talk to Ethel or Jane because they're doing their lessons. So many details in the architecture and decor. I love it. I totally agree, Ray Marie. It's so pretty.
I need something else for this.
So Nancy already knows that this gargoyle is suspicious.
Stay in Italy as long as you want, then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be. It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Ooh. Angry. Hello?
Linda? Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
So, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Well, I feel like... I feel like something really strange is happening.
Me too.
Could you be more specific?
Could I be more specific? Ah, the ace detective is grilling me for details. I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. But that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known. That's everything you need to know. Now if...
Mummy, can I come in?
No, you're supposed to be in your lessons.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Okay.
That was my stepdaughter. She can be such a pest sometimes. Anyway, I understand you feel an obligation to my mother, but trust me, there's nothing you can do. You're welcome to stay, but I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
I can't go home empty-handed. It might jeopardize my ace detective status. Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me.
So now Linda refuses to talk to us. It is very spooky, Ray Marie, which I kind of love about it. So Linda has her phone, some lotion, and a mirror. And she's in this really pretty room, but all the furniture is covered up and all the lights are off. No fire in the fireplace. Some weird candles lit around, like very eerie. Like, what are you doing, Linda? I would give a leg for that manor. Totally, Nicholas. It's so pretty. And then we have pictures of Linda and Hugh. So there are at least pictures of them on the wall. That's at least good. Jane said she wanted to meet us, which means she's probably done with her lessons.
Hi, you must be Nancy. I'm so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come to visit my stepmom, but I'd love it if you could pop by whenever you get the chance. Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
Sure, Jane. What would you like to play?
Let's play this card game I found in your room. Actually, it's Bridget's room. I mean, it used to be her room. I mean, she died like 300 years ago. You can see a painting of her in the Great Hall. She's the one with the telescope. Okay, so you have to match up a pair of constellations. I made all the matches in 25 tries. Try to beat my record.
This isn't really a double player game. Telescopium, Aquila, Columba, Aquila, Cassiopeia. That was my dog's name growing up, Cassiopeia. Musca, Corvus, Musca, Crater, Corvus, Telescopium, Lyra, Grus, Scutum, Grus, Cygnus. Oh, I don't remember where that is. Now we're getting to the C's. Columba, Corona. Oh no, Corona! She could shuffle like a pro. Yeah, she can.
You beat my score. Felicitations.
That was fun, but I'd like to ask you some questions.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy? I mean, Linda. I do hope you'll help. She's been a bit out of sorts lately.
Do you know why she doesn't want to be seen?
I think maybe it's because of the lady in black. I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady all dressed in black putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
Isn't that weird, Adam? You can tell how desperate she is for social interaction when she makes us play single-player games with her.
Did you recognize the woman?
I couldn't see her face because she wore a cape with a hood. The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
Not right now, but maybe later.
You can come in any time you want, even if I'm not here. I've got some really smashing things. I'm so happy you've come, Nancy. I hope you can make Mummy feel better.
I feel so bad for Jane. She's just so starved for attention. I feel like a lot of these Egyptian things end up coming back in Lights, Camera, Curses, the dossier game. They look very similar.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
They did get at least better photoshopping characters into pictures of real people, so that's a plus. But Brady Armstrong, obviously from the final scene, For Petunia Highway starring Brady Armstrong. Oh my goodness.
You had a guinea pig?
Yes, but it died.
When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it, alright?
Nancy, you don't ask when that happily when somebody's guinea pig died. When? Felicitation sounds fancy, indeed.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
I honestly would kind of enjoy this schedule. Regular lessons from 6 to 14. Blech. Topics to be covered this month. Brigitte Penvelin. Penvelin. French, Latin, science, math, English. Read and discuss Charles Dickens. And then art projects. These all look really fun. But I'm sure, like Jane said, there's a lot to do. Okay. If we click on these teeth over and over again, we will get an Easter egg. So I'm going to click on the annoying teeth multiple times and just hang out with you guys. So how's everyone's Sunday going? How's your Easter? Any plans? My fiance and I are video chatting with family later today, but otherwise we're obviously staying at home. And it is snowing pretty heavily outside right now, so we won't be going outside much at all. Classic Minnesota weather. We love it. It was 65 degrees yesterday and beautiful. And now there's like an inch of snow on the ground. Craziness. Come on, teeth, just give me this Easter egg. That's all I want. Jane is probably real confused. Like, Nancy, what are you doing? Why are you... Oh. There we go. So now in our inventory, we have an Easter egg. Yay! Marvelous. I bet Jane never knew she had an Easter egg there. Oh, yes, I love that. These things blink at you. So cool. And then we have this.
That was written by Charles Penvelin way back in like the 1500s. When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
I'm taking a sip of my tea every time a character says Penvelin. Quite a desk she has. Isn't that great, Ray Marie? I'm jealous. I never get snow like ever. Oh yeah, we get a lot. We get plenty of snow. The snow is so uncalled for. I feel bad for the birds, right? They're probably so confused. As the moon rises upon thee, fear not, but draw upon the strength of absent friends, and toast to their memories in happiness and wonder. With the stalwart heart of a knight, let charity be thy guiding angel. Stay firm in knowledge as a dedicated geometer, and fear not the ravages of Father Time. For, dear child, as you learn the lessons of folly, the secrets of this world shall dawn in thy soul. Such a pretty poem, which will come in handy later. This Madame Butterfly poster is in the final scene.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer. It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
Okay, so Jane's mom.
What is this book?
Don't know really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
I can tell you what I think about his personality after having met him in the final scene. Okay, Mutus Liber, the Quiet Book. Very cool. Very medieval. So it's basically just a series of pictures that will come in handy for solving the mystery. Like, every single one of these pictures has an important meaning, which is very cool. Like, especially this one. This one's super important. But really, all of it is important. Hi, Emily! You finally made it while live. Welcome! So glad you could join.
I used that to make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like, I would eat mealworms.
So there's like a Krollmeister Easy Bake Oven, which is hilarious. And then there's Cocoa Kringles. All sorts of fun things.
Mealworms. Ugh.
Ugh. They're just worms, Nancy. They're not that bad. Okay, we have this awesome monster book.
Nigel gave that to me when I was in the library once. I think he was hoping it would scare me, but it didn't. I'm too smart to believe in that sort of stuff.
The Real Deal on Mummies, Witches, Werewolves, and Vampires. So then we have this book about werewolves, which is actually quite important to this mystery. Since ancient times, the cunning savagery of wolves has both terrified and awed the humans with whom they came into contact. In Europe, where wolves were a constant threat to livestock and allegedly to small children and lone travelers, legends as to their evil viciousness became widespread. Predictably, one of these legends involved humans who could transform themselves into wolves. These creatures were called werewolves, and the transformation came to be known as lycanthropy. Descriptions of werewolves and of the transformation process itself have varied greatly throughout the ages. Some lycanthropes assumed the precise appearance of a wolf. Others turned into something that was half human, half beast. Sometimes the change was permanent. Sometimes lycanthropes could change form at will. Sometimes environmental factors brought about the transformation. The symptoms and duration of a werewolf's condition depended entirely upon the curse that initiated that particular case of lycanthropy. In general, victims who were destined to alter their form permanently usually appeared pale. Fatigue was a frequent complaint, as well as weak vision, a dry tongue, and constant thirst. Those are the same symptoms that Linda's complaining about, which is a problem. Why would Jane buy stuff Lulu can't eat on the table where she makes food for Lulu? That's a good point, Adam. Like, if they're snacks for her, she should maybe put them on her desk away from the other foods so she doesn't accidentally poison Lulu. These symptoms usually accompanied or were soon followed by hair growth, especially on the face and hands. Fingernails grew long and the eyes gradually changed shape and color. Freaky. The victim's personality also changed. He or she became increasingly ill-tempered and aggressive, also what Linda is doing. As the transformation grew more apparent, the victim usually went into hiding, returning to society only to satisfy its newfound appetite for human flesh. Eee. Very creepy. The reasons for lycanthropy. Psychology plays a significant role in lycanthropy. Wanting to imitate, if not actually become, the thing or person that one fears the most seems to be part of human nature. Far from being a universal phenomenon, werewolves are unknown in regions where there are no wolves. Instead, people spread tales of were-bears, or were-tigers, or were-crocodiles, whichever animal is most feared. Convinced that they have been cursed, they presented all the physical symptoms of lycanthropy and often behaved violently. Because they fully believed that they had become werewolves, they acted like werewolves. As a result, the people around them treated them like werewolves, which only reinforced their delusion. That's so interesting. And then we have
This phone number just might come in handy.
Paliki Vadas. An introduction to ruins. So this is also very important. I love how everything we find, has a meaning, but they don't tell us what that meaning is. Like, we have to figure it out for ourselves, which is so cool. I love that.
That's my family tree. Ask me anything about anyone. Go on, ask me.
Yeah, I mean, we could ask about literally everyone, and we could be here pretty much all day. I'll pick a couple random ones. Which names are fun? I like the random ones that aren't part of the, line. I think those are kind of cool to learn about.
Who was Teofil?
He lived most of his life on the island of Mauritius and discovered like 1 million plant species.
Who was born in 1763?
That was Isabel. She wrote many letters about the French Revolution and actually saw Marat's dead body in the bathtub. Talk about gross!
Tell me about Brigitte, the one born in 1759.
She never married and was bonkers for astronomy. She adopted her sister's son, Richard, who later got killed at Waterloo.
Killed at Waterloo. Only, 6 years after his son was born?
Tell me about Edward, the one from the 19th century.
He was a big explorer and went all over the world. He wasn't very close with his son, who was also an explorer. They'd only see each other by chance in weird remote places like Samarkand and Walla Walla.
It's so cool that they have such a detailed family history.
Who was Esther?
Esther Pemberlin Romberg, born in 1897 and died in 1951. Her friends called her Polly.
You know quite a lot about all of your family members.
What do you know about Letitia?
Loves plants, hates noise. You can ask her about it. She's usually in the conservatory with her plants.
Who was Alan?
He was my grandfather, but I didn't know him because he died when I was little. I guess he was nice.
What did Sophia do?
She was a big collector of Impressionist artwork, but most of it was destroyed in a fire.
It's a lot of kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woof, 8 children. That's a lot. So we have the whole Penvillin family tree, which I think is super fun.
Hi, Nancy.
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
I totally agree, Adam. The history's so interesting. Joined mid-conversation, thought it was Caitlin doing an English accent. I haven't yet Forever Insane, but I'm sure it will happen at some point in this game. How come Jane and Hugh aren't on the family tree? That's a good question. They must not have been added at the bottom.
Jane, did there used to be a telescope in my room?
Mm-hmm. I took it outside to look at the stars. But if you want it back, you'll have to play a game with me.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, what's the game?
Let's see how quick your reflexes are. I'll time you. If you get the puzzle done in time, I'll return the telescope. If not, then you'll have to try again.
Another single-player game.
On your mark, get set, go!
I won't complain too much, though, because I actually like jigsaw puzzles.
5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to put all of the non-edge pieces in this corner. Can we rotate them? Oh, yeah, we can't. That adds more difficulty. That one goes in the middle. That one goes on a corner. Probably there. Okay. Edge piece, edge piece, edge piece, corner piece. Always good to find the corners. And then there's another edge piece. Okay, so where's our last corner piece? Here it is. So now we have a bunch of like ears. That looks good. These are flatter for sure.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. We can do this. We got this. There we go. This one looks bigger. So it probably goes here. And here. And not here. Upside down. And here. And here. Okay. Yeah, look at us go. We got this. Except the middle pieces are always the hardest. There we go. And then we need... This one's kind of reddish. Here? Upside down? There we go. Okay, we got a creepy bunny head. This is a weird puzzle. It's very, like, abstract. Not my favorite kind of artwork. I like...
3 minutes. You won. Good show. I'll put the telescope back in your room first chance I get.
I'm a big fan of landscapes and impressionist stuff.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room, did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird. That's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
I should get going.
Toodles!
That's generally a good thing, having a rampant imagination.
Oh, you startled me. You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel.
I love Ethel, even though she scares me every time.
Hello, Ethel.
Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week.
I saw Jane's lesson schedule. That's quite an unusual list of subjects.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane.
Oh, I guess I'll be going then.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure.
She just pops up out of nowhere. I love it.
There goes my cell phone. Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petroff. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Literally speaking, no, but I did talk to her. Not that she told me anything.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
Why is she hiding behind that curtain?
I have no idea. When I was out there last week, I got fed up and pulled the curtain back. She threw a fit, but otherwise she looked absolutely normal. A little pale, perhaps, but who wouldn't be pale, cooped up like that? Something has changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda, although
What?
it's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
Who exactly is Mrs. Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
In what way?
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something. Or somebody.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petroff.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
Her theory? That Mrs. Drake is burying people in the conservatory. Okay, she hasn't given us back our telescope yet, so we can go explore the rest of the manor. So much has happened, and we've only been to like 3 rooms in the entire manor, which is so cool. So that's Linda's room. We already looked at that. Yeah, like this art painting, that's my favorite kind of art.
This must be Mrs. Drake's room. Guess she's not in her room.
So she's not in there. It's Red Knot.
Oh, it's just a parrot.
Scared ya?
No, you didn't.
Did you?
What's your name?
Lolo, 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 Lolo.
Okay, I get the point. Lulu.
Lolo, 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 Lolo.
Do you by any chance know Latin?
Quiste rogavit, bene vidi vici, semper ubi sub ubi, morituri status.
I'll take that as a yes. Would you mind translating something for me?
Fire away.
Why would Nancy just assume that the parrot knows Latin? That is not a question in my life that I would ever ask a parrot.
Bruma?
The longest day of the year is solstitium, the summer solstice. The shortest day is bruma, the winter solstice. Equinoctium vernum is a spring equinox. Equinoctium autumnalis is a fall equinox. Day equals night. Lulu's always right.
Bye, bird.
Bob's your uncle. Felicity, the door, the door.
I love Lulu. Definitely less annoying than Cuckoo. Yeah, that would have been cool, Adam.
There is Lulu.
I need the key. I need the key.
Aw, I need the key. Why aren't you saying it's locked, Nancy?
The door, the door.
The middle button on Nancy's cell phone to access the internet is a web. Yeah, isn't that funny? How very punny of them. Okay, so this is the great entrance hall of Blackmoor Manor. So cool. It's huge. And it's got these crazy pillars all over it.
Looks like a piece is missing.
Which actually I think we have already.
Looks like a piece is missing.
I guess not. We have a piece, for sure. Ooh, hello.
It stopped working. I need something to wind it up.
So if we want to play this game, we need something to wind it up. But we can look at the portraits for every pen villain in the direct line of inheritance and their coat of arms, which is interesting because they each have their own. And they skip generations too, as far as the entire mystery, which is interesting. Pergamentum exit, and then that's Hugh, so then Jane will be next. She'll be the next one on the line. There's this little side room. In recognition of Brigitte Penvelin, sponsor of the Essex Cricket Club. So she has a trophy there.
Wonder what happened in there.
We never get to go into kitchens. Please stay out of the kitchen until the fire damage is repaired. Ransom of the Seven Ships has blackface. It kind of does, Juan Pena. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd expect more rooms in the manor, but there's only 3. Yeah, you'd think that there would be a lot more bedrooms, actually. I wonder if, like, in other parts of the manor that maybe we don't see, maybe it's just like a small manor. Like, it's not a mansion, but a manor kind of thing. None of these ones have portraits for whatever reason. But we can look at all of their coats of arms. This one. That one's kind of fun with the rainbow. Nice. Okay. Ars longa. So we can look at this portrait specifically that has the gargoyle in the back, but his crest is missing. That seems important. Nancy and Lulu are both voiced by Lonnie Manella. Yeah, isn't that cool? I love when characters are voiced by the same voice actor, but you can't tell. Like, they're done so well that it doesn't even sound like the same one. A second gargoyle statue. Let's go into the library. See if Mr. Mukherjee is here.
Ah, yes. Are you here from the agency? It's about time.
Agency?
Oh, dear. You're not the typist from the spiffy specialty agency, are you? Well, how do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Nancy Drew. Are you visiting Blackmoor Manor?
I'm researching the Penvelin family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvelins. Until now.
Why do you think that is?
It might have something to do with their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Family treasure?
For centuries, the Penvelins have been very secretive. Some believe they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret. There are several skeletons rattling about in the Penvelin closet. Take, for example, Eleanor Penvelin, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650, quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex. It was rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
But she wasn't actually a witch?
Who knows? Lady Penvelin was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies, and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was a practitioner of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells. Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
I love how Nigel's glasses flash when he turns his head. It's super cool.
You mentioned some kind of scandal with the Penvelin family?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride.
Sorry about the notifications, guys. I try to get them to stop and they never do.
It's with the Blackmoor beast. And
Blackmoor beast?
it's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvelin, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, she not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It was rumored that the beast was Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvelin secret.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary. Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive, and I heard it make this kind of growling sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvelin. prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
Very funny. Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvillans who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
Have you seen any ruins anywhere in the manor?
You mean like Norse runes? No, I haven't. I don't really know much about them anyway. Dead languages aren't really my bag, you know.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Tally-ho!
Tally-ho! Nigel's great. So we have this fun guy here.
Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvillan sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married. But one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
Interesting. Yeah, Deirdre and Nancy's interactions was one of the redeeming factors of Midnight in Salem. It is nice to see that relationship develop a little bit more.
A tes souhaits.
Merci. I couldn't quite track the provenance of that piece, but Philippe must have brought it back from the New World. He became quite wealthy as a merchant in the Americas and restored Blackmoor's original splendor after it had been abandoned for years. His daughter Penelope continued the renovation, commissioning the construction of this library by Roger Vizier, who built a similar one for the French general Jean Leboeuf.
Jean Leboeuf was an important character in Treasure in the Royal Tower. All of these old books.
I doubt you'll find much of interest in there. They're mainly law books. Charles Penvillan was a prominent judge in the 16th century. Sad to say, he lost his son at a young age, left his estate to his grandson, Thomas.
Interesting. Very cool that all these books survived, though.
Those manuscripts are very old and brittle. They date back to the 14th century. Odo Penvillan collected most of them. His father, Randolph, and son Milo were rather more interested in military victories than in book collecting.
I could see that, Juan Pena, because it would make Nancy seem like she doesn't know everything, and then she's at least learning things throughout the game. That would make sense. What else do we have?
Those are mainly Penelope Penvillan's collections of French novels. She was a patron to a raft of artists, and her salon was quite popular. She was quite the libertine, even kept her maiden name after her marriage.
See, novels, that sounds interesting. Oh, novels. Gotcha. That's all we can look at in here. Anything over here that we can look at? No, just this creepy picture of Dracula over on the side. Or at least it looks like Dracula. Okay, so now we can go to the conservatory. I love the noises the floor makes when Nancy walks in here. This conservatory is just so cool. It's just so pretty. These big glass walls, stunning. I've always loved the idea of like having a conservatory, even though I'm horrible with plants. I can't keep plants alive for the life of me. And I don't really have any inside because my cat would chew on them and I don't want her to do that, so I don't really have any anyway, but like, yeah.
Looks like John Penvillan may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
The Amateur Plant Hybridizers Association of Great Britain. John Penvillan. Oh, I see what you're saying, Juan.
Doesn't work.
This looks... Oop. Mrs. Drake is talking to herself, isn't she?
Some kind of well, but where's the water?
Okay, empty well. Interesting puzzle. Should we do it?
A carnivorous plant. Cool.
Should we anger the plant?
That's probably not a good idea.
I don't care. Yes. Excellent. Okay. I've had my fun.
Messing with her plants is probably not a good idea.
1 tablet every 6 hours for allergy symptoms may cause drowsiness. For Mrs. Drake.
All settled in? Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise. Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvillans have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells. Now, we do have 2 other house guests. Are Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvillan family history in the library, and Ethel Bossany, Jane's tutor.
Love that. Good timing, Golden Moon. Welcome.
Do you know what's wrong with Linda?
Oh, Linda simply needs some time to adjust to her new living situation. England is not the United States. We do things differently, or should I say properly, here. The doctor believes it's just a case of nerves.
Her mother told me she refuses to let anyone see her. Is that true?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now please, I really do not have time to entertain you. You may have the run of the house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours. 2 rules Jane seems incapable of following. And before I forget, our kitchen is being remodeled, so our dining situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
Very nice. Oh, she totally is Ray Marie. She's absolutely stereotyping everyone.
I'd like to play the card machine in the Great Hall, but it's broken.
It's not broken. I removed its crank, as it was proving to be too much of a distraction for Jane. I suppose I could see where it's gone to. But in the meantime, be a dear and do something for me, would you?
Sure.
Do you see that hodgepodge of plants over there? They're my prize seedlings. I had them perfectly arranged in that box, so I could easily move them about to catch the light. Unfortunately, Jane took all of them out when I wasn't looking, and now for the life of me I cannot get them back in the box, so that they all fit. Why don't you give it a try while I see about that crank? If we both succeed, we shall both be happy, if you catch my meaning. Remember, they must all fit in that box!
Totally Friday Lambda. I'm not too salty about it because it's honestly quite funny. And the game itself, like, is definitely teasing British culture as well, just like the way Mrs. Drake acts and Nigel acts and everything. It's a friendly teasing back and forth for sure. Okay, so this is very similar to the Danger on Deception Island one in that the plants don't always line up perfectly, which is, I feel like it honestly makes it harder to do properly. Maybe like this? And a skinny one? That's too skinny. How about this one? That's too fat. This one could maybe go down here. I like it when they snap into place. It's harder when they don't fully snap into place. Okay, I just gotta find a good lineup. Like, this isn't... It's not lining up the way I want it to. There we go. What about... Now we need like a... Yeah, like this. This is a perfect size. And then maybe this one can go here. And then... These ones? She says they fit perfectly, but I think she's lying. Because they don't look like they fit perfectly. Here we go. This is not looking too bad. I have hope. Yeah, there we go. This looks good, right? Is that the same voice actor's Prudence? Oh, that'd be hilarious. I don't know.
There.
Yeah, I love Ethel's character. Like, I think she's just there to be the... She has information that we need. Ooh, cool. Is this like the pot that we put together in Secret of the Scarlet Hand? It's very similar, at least.
Maybe I should try feeding it something.
Okay, so we have to feed it something. And I know exactly what to feed it. So let's go order some food. The first time I played this game, I played it with my brother, and we got ridiculously stuck at this point because we could not figure out what to feed the plant, and we couldn't figure out anything else to do. And like, we went to bed, and that night he had a dream that just like told him, hey, what about the turkey from the cook? And it worked. So he had like a premonition.
Boar's Head Pub, this is Tommy.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'm supposed to call you if I want some food.
Right. Nancy Drew, out at the old Blackmoor Manor, are you? Coo, you must be Hank Marvin up there. Pity about your kitchen, but we'll fix you up for some Vexin posh. Just tell me what you'd like.
Okay. What do you have?
We've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, a real fine pinky and perky, and a delicious dog's eye, me fork and knife, just rubber-ducked. Hello?
Could you repeat that?
Sure, we've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, pinky and perky, and a dog's eye, and they're all Robin Hood.
Love that. I love how Nancy like pauses because she's not sure at all what he said because he's using Cockney slang, which is great. So funny. Yeah, they do kind of sound similar for sure. Thanks for asking, Juan Pena, but I would say we should probably avoid spoilers, just in case there's people watching who haven't seen it before.
I'd like some pinky and perky, please.
Good choice. Uncle Fred and Johnny Rudder?
Okay.
All right then. We'll come round and leave it at your Rory. Oh, and we've got no hot potato about, so it may take a bit, but we'll have it up to you in no time. Fish and taters.
Love that. Okay, so we have some pinky and perky on the way, which is turkey, because it rhymes. Hello.
Hi, Nancy.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penville name and heritage that should be treasured. Blech.
They do sound very similar, Frank's current voice actor.
I should get going.
Ta-ta.
And what's his name? Tommy? The Cockney language is so weird but equally intriguing. Yeah, I love it. It's like speaking in code. But they all know what the code is. I just think that's super cool. If you want to get food immediately, just go into the library. Okay, cool. We'll talk to some characters and then head to the library.
I'm sorry to bother you again, but Jane told me about the lady in black.
What lady in black? Jane never said anything to me about a lady in black. That kid is so weird. I just don't get her.
Did you receive a note or something that's upset you?
I did receive something. But it's none of your concern. You can't help me, and that's that. I'm sorry.
Linda, you have to give me a chance. Everyone is so worried about you. If you just tell me what's happened, maybe I could help. Linda? I made a promise to your mother, and I plan to keep it. I'm here for you when you need me.
We've upset Linda again. I love when voice actors come back and do other characters. That's just so fun. Walking into the library is a trigger for food delivery. So if I want to do that at home, should I just like touch my bookshelf and then my food will be delivered right away? Does that work in real life too?
Hello, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Nigel. That totally reminds me of Nigel Thornberry, and now all I want to do in life is watch all of the Wild Thornberrys episodes. That would be so fun. I've had such a hankering
That
for
must be the food I ordered.
the wild thornberries lately.
Looks like Pinky and Perky is turkey. I knew that.
I knew that.
This smells delicious.
I'm just gonna take a slice of turkey.
I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed. I can't take the butter yet, though. Because I don't know that I need that yet. That's just a genius way not to animate another character. True. Another delivery character or something. I keep expecting to see things in the hallway. But they only come when you're not thinking about it. That's the trick. Okay, into the conservatory. My mother taking a bath normally has food arrive at our house. It doesn't work at home, darn. If only.
Yes?
I spoke with Mr. Tucker at the Boar's Head pub, but frankly, I'm not at all sure what he said.
Yes, his language is quite colourful, isn't it? He's Cockney, you see. My brother Alan and I loved to make up Cockney rhymes when we were young. We'd drive our governess quite batty. Haven't got a pot of glue, haven't got a pot of glue. How we teased her.
Pot of glue?
A clue, dear. Haven't got a clue. Rhymes with glue, you see.
The picture book in Jane's room. Do you know much about its history?
My brother Alan found it somewhere in the house. He was quite fascinated by it, but he'd never let me look at it.
I'm concerned about that thing I saw outside.
It was purely your imagination, unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not countenance any histrionics about this issue. We have enough to worry about with Linda. And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
Oh, you were talking about Linda. That makes sense, though.
What was your brother Alan like?
He was quite remarkable. He taught linguistics and computer science and won many prestigious awards. He loved games, especially pranks, and was forever tinkering with this and that. I do miss him sometimes, but now he's gone. He died a month after my husband passed away, and ever since I've been here all alone. Until Hugh came back from the United States, that is.
That would be really hard. Like, I really feel for Mrs. Drake.
This conservatory is very beautiful. But why isn't there any water in the well?
I'm not quite sure. We never really used it, but it was always full of water. That is until my brother died. And then it just dried up. Most of these plants were brought over by my grandfather. He was quite the adventurer. I remember when he brought back Lulu from the Amazon. At first, Mother wouldn't allow us to play with it because it had picked up too many unsuitable words from sailors. But it gradually learned proper manners.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot. She must be over 80 years old. Please be very careful with her, especially if you feed her. Parrots have quite delicate constitutions, you know.
We do end up finding something that explains it, Golden Moon. It's quite a bit later in the game. Why is Mrs. Drake a suspect again? Because I know her supposed motive, but it would lead nowhere.
I managed to get all those seedlings back in the box.
Wonderful. And I managed to find that crank. There you go.
Great, thank you. Goodbye.
Good evening.
Yeah, she's probably supposed to be just kind of a red herring suspect.
Who's ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
I love that she's just talking to the plants. Perfectly normal, dear. Don't mind me. I'm just asking the carnivorous plants if they want some nummies. Very normal. Her actions aren't suspicious sometimes. She's always holding that trowel. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we have the crank. I don't think we need to play the game yet because we haven't discovered, you know, like, what it's for. But we at least have it now. Because I don't want to have to play that game more than once, since it's largely based on chance. Okay, well, we've talked to pretty much everyone. What time is it? 20:59, so it's like, what, 11 o'clock? 12? What's 21? 9 o'clock? I suppose I could listen to the clock chimes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 o'clock, okay. Presumptively, she's trying to keep an American out of Hugh's life. It's kind of out of character. Yeah, that's true, too. She's probably not thrilled about it, but I don't see Mrs. Drake as the kind of person that would, like, really care. Oh, she's still here. Go to bed, Mrs. Drake. I want to feed the carnivorous plant some food. I guess Nancy could go to bed. Get a next day kind of trigger going. Because what do we need to do next? 9 o'clock. Okay, thanks, Golden Moon. These puzzles are non-linear, so as long as you have seen how to initiate the puzzle, you can do it as you wish. That's helpful, actually.
She's probably sleeping.
Okay, so Jane's asleep. So maybe Nancy should go to sleep, too. Oh, and there we got the telescope, so that's good. So if we put this thing into the telescope... And look, this shows us the order that we need to put the pieces into the machine, which I think I have written down. Let me see. Hello, Detective Notebook. Do you have clues for me? Weirdly enough, I don't know that I do. I have to. Where is it? I wouldn't just have... Oh, there it is. Okay. Sad face, parrot, harp, flutes, and happy face. So that'll help us get into the Automaton. Betty? I think her name's Betty. Yeah, we just saw through the Oh!
Who is that?
Easily one of the creepiest parts in the game.
I wonder if these are what made those red eyes I saw outside the night I arrived.
Yeah, so these are probably what made the red eyes. But how creepy is that? That, like, cloaked figure in the hallway? Ooh. That's definitely one of the scariest moments in this game for me, personally. Shivers. Okay, so if we put in the crank... Or I guess we did crank it up, so we don't have to do it again.
Those symbols look familiar.
So I need to do them sad face, parrot, harp, flutes, and then the happy face. Sad face, parrot, harp, flutes, happy face. Yes, and now we're playing for...
Maybe she'll give that to me if I win.
The arrowhead. Excellent. Americans and Brits with your AMs and PMs. Laughs in European. No fair, Golden Moon. It's so hard to convert it when you're so not used to it. It's just like the metric system. Like feet and inches and whatnot. We just insist on being different, apparently, here in America. It's a logic-based game, and honestly, if you read the text around the manor, it's really not that hard. Yeah, totally. Like, I've never struggled nearly as much with this one, but some people consider it one of the hardest in the series. I would say that goes to Shadow at the Water's Edge, but that's me personally. Except for Pegasus, Penny's machine uses the 9 Greek muses of the arts. Urania is the goddess of astronomy. That's really cool. Lord Sidious. That's cool. Okay. Urania. This is always tricky because, like, it's really luck, honestly. Oh, I just drew the Pegasus. It's no fair. We have the same trouble telling time in English. Ooh, okay, we got melpomene. Melpomene? Melpomene. Melpomene. Betty really wants Pegasus. Oh, polyhymnia. Oh, darn. You must get at least a draw to win, and it's random if that will happen. Exactly. Like, she's already winning. They definitely don't make it easy. Oh. I know she has this. Okay, we got Thalia. Oh, cool. We got Urania. Cleo? No, no Cleo. Calliope. She's gonna take that from us. Darn it. I wanted Calliope. Oh, she's gonna win now. Oh, okay. I thought she had 2 of the Calliopes. So now, which one would she have gotten? Ooh, that was a lucky guess. Euterpe. Oh no, she's gonna ask for it and now we're gonna lose. Darn it. Oh. Bummer. You always hope for blue or red to show up first when you make a bet because Penny always does the cards in order. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Well, Penny won. She got 6, I got 4. Because she got lucky and drew Calliope. It's kind of like Fancy Go Fish. Okay, so let's try this again. Hey. Okay, I know she has the parrot. Do you have Terpsichore? The harp? Yeah. Okay, how about Melpomene? No? None of that? Okay, she has Erato and Calliope. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, that was also lucky. Ooh, nice. Why can't Nancy just take the arrowhead? Good question. Pegasus. Oh, I just drew that, Penny. I mean, Betty, whatever your name is. Okay, we got polyhymnia, so that's nice. Ooh, that was lucky. She really wants Calliope and Cleo. She has all 3 of these. Ooh, she got Urania. Nice, okay. Ooh, that was lucky. Don't ask for Cleo. Oh, I was going to ask you for it. Because you very likely have all 3 now. Betty is behind plexiglass. Hey, Jessica! Happy Easter to you, too! We are Solving some puzzles. Solving some puzzles in the great manor of Blackmoor. Trying to get the arrowhead from Betty here, who doesn't want to give it up. Don't ask for the parrot, it's mine. I know you have it. Parrot's mine. Oh. Oh, you have Melpomene. Nice. Okay, well now we're definitely gonna win because we have 6 and 7. Hee hee. And 8. Life is good. So we only had to play Betty twice. So that's positive. And Calliope. Sip of tea for me in victory.
I won! All right, Betty, pay up.
Love it. This game pissed me off a lot. I know what you mean, Adam. It's definitely done that to me before, too. Any of the chance games, it's just frustrating, because it's like, you can't do anything to win or lose. It's totally up to chance. Fingertips for typing. Notes. So this is where we can actually find a lot of information on the pen villains, because Nigel has been researching them for his book. So, what happened to Blackmoor after Eleanor was executed? Check local records for reaction to the return of the pen villains. Yeah, lots of notes, which is helpful. This book so far is a total bore. Must dig for the good stuff, even if there doesn't appear to be any. There totally is, though. To Nigel. Very intrigued by what you've learned so far at Blackmoor. Good work. I can definitely see this as a bestseller if you deliver the goods, or should I say goodies, Ludmilla. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Betty totally rigs the game. It's not fair. Hello, Alan. May I have your password? Sure.
Welcome, my adventurous friend. Don't tell my sister, but there are ghosts in Blackmoor Manor.
Obviously.
13 of them to be exact. The problem is they're very shy, so they only come out when it's very late at night, usually just after midnight, and even then they only show up in quiet places, like the Great Hall, and the hallways and the Conservatory. What's worse, they'll only come out for a very short period of time. But if you can find and touch all 13 ghosts in the time you're allotted, come back here and I'll give you a prize, one which I guarantee you'll enjoy. So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
I am.
Oh dear, my watch tells me that the ghosts are not likely to show up right now. Come back between midnight and 4 a.m. Farewell till then.
Midnight and 4? What time is it now? Oh, it's only like 9:30. Okay. We'll go to bed then, and wake up at midnight. Yeah, info on the puzzles, other areas of the manor. Truth be told, you can figure out 4 of the 6 major puzzles and receive your prizes before even finding it. You can technically get all of them done before even going in there. It's just awesome. I love that. Like, if you use logic enough, you can figure it out, which is exactly how I like games to be. If I can figure it out given the setting and clues, I'm a happy camper. Ooh.
What was that?
Hiya! There was shaking at my door.
Scratch marks, like something was trying to get into my room.
Ugh, so creepy. Not okay. Not at all okay. Alright, let's go do our ghost hunt. Pergamentum exit.
So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
Me!
Remember, you mustn't waste any time. Our little chums won't stay visible for long. So, on your mark, get set, go!
Go! Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Ghosts. Where are all the ghosts? There's one. Okay. There's one here.
Got one.
Ghost. 1. 2. I love the little noises they make.
3 down, 10 to
3.
go.
Isn't there one in here? Or a couple in here? 3. 4. I totally passed one. 5. Isn't there another one? Aha! 6. Okay. Here, ghosties! 7. You just need to read everything. Exactly, it's a lot of reading. I know there's 1 or 2 in here, isn't there? Ghost. How many are we at now? I just lost count. 7? Eight. Just Lulu trying to get in your room. Lulu escaped from her cage and is scratching at the door. 4 in the Great Hall, 3 in the kitchen hallway, 2 in the conservatory, 3 in the upstairs hallway. Okay, here's
10
1.
down, 3 to go.
Isn't there one at the top of the stairs? Aha! There is. 2. And then I know there's one over here.
The door! The door!
Pronacity!
Stupid bird! Polly is a stupid bird!
There, ghost number 13.
Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Ghost hunt successful! Nice try, game. You can't scare me when I've already played this so many times. Exactly. Unless you're Ethel. Ethel will always be able to scare us.
Congratulations, you're one of the few people who have seen the 13 ghosts of Blackmoor Manor. As a reward, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
When you are facing the green dragon, look to the left and pull down the vase with the tree.
But a word to the wise, if you're wearing a hat, hang on to it, have fun.
Awesome. And I just realized I have a key that I haven't tried yet, and it very possibly would go to this
Who's a pretty
door.
bird in the mirror?
You're a pretty bird in the mirror, Lulu.
I need the key.
So this isn't the right key.
I need the key.
Good to know. Odds are, though, that Mrs. Drake is probably asleep, right? Yeah, disoriented mumbling. The singing stairs are a quiet place in the manor the world will never know. Very true. They like ding 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 ding. Mystico made a reappearance. Yes, Mystico. So we have Angry Plant, and we give him Turkey, and then he's a happy plant. His little smile. Dear Mrs. Drake, concerning your recent inquiry, this is to confirm that according to the rules of inheritance to which your nephew Hugh Penvillin agreed when he assumed ownership of Blackmoor Manor, any wife he takes must reside in Blackmoor Manor for 6 consecutive months in the first year of marriage. Should she fail to meet this requirement, half of the estate will pass to the next heir specified in the will of your brother Alan. As you know, you are that heir. I was sorry to hear that Hugh's current wife, Linda, has been ill. While a change of scenery might be good for her, she must stay at the manor for another 3 months, should she and her husband wish to retain full possession of the Blackmoor estate. Please convey to her my sincere hopes for a speedy recovery, and if I may be of further service to you, do not hesitate to contact me. So the idea is that Mrs. Drake would inherit the manor if Linda were to leave the manor. Which, you know, that's a pretty strong motive. Oh yeah, the keys to Jane's room, that's right. Only after Linda talks about the cursed hallway. Gotcha, that's it. Okay. Well, we could... I wonder if Linda will talk to us now. Kinda don't think she will, but...
She's probably sleeping.
Yeah, it's too late. Okay, we will wait until the morning. What time should we get up? I don't know, like... 8?
What is that? Maybe I'd better have a look around.
The creepy chanting. Nope. Closing that door. There's so many creepy noises. Monk chanting and crazy witch cackling. Ugh, so creepy. There's a cheat to the slider puzzle where if you back up and look again repeatedly, it would eventually come up with a solution that can be solved in a few moves. That's so helpful. That crazy puzzle at the end with the lava key thing. I've never gotten through it without a walkthrough. It does have a lot of steps. You should wake up Mrs. Drake if you haven't already. Oh, I haven't. I didn't know that that was a thing you could do. Mrs. Drake, I'm scared.
Mrs. Drake, is that you? Hello, Mrs. Drake, are you in there? Mrs. Drake!
I didn't arrange for you to visit Blackmoor Manor so you could spend your time scaring the wits out of elderly women.
But I really had no idea Mrs. Drake would react like that. I mean, all I did was knock on her door.
It was the dead of night. What on earth were you expecting? For her to get up and have tea with you?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrov. I guess I wasn't thinking.
Well, unfortunately, what's done is done, and there's nothing more to be said. Well, there's one more thing.
I'm fired.
Bingo.
Oh, funny.
Mrs. Drake, is that you?
I just wanted to tell her I was scared because I was hearing scary noises. Won't she help me? That was awesome. You're very welcome, Jessica. Okay, let's set our alarm again. I'm gonna give Nancy a little more sleep time since she's been awoken by creepy noises in the middle of the night. And I'm gonna save quick while we're here. Man, it is still snowing outside. Too much snow. Too much Easter snow.
What's that?
He was Randolph's grandson and the first initiate. Odo did not have the proper qualities for Randolph's instruction.
Because he was stupid.
No, Jane. It's because Randolph believed that the proper qualities skip every generation. We talked about that, remember?
I guess.
Milo was a great soldier, just like his grandfather. And with his grandfather's help, he was victorious at Caen.
That was a battle fought in 1417, during the 100 Years' War.
That's right.
But I don't understand something. The 100 Years' War lasted longer than 100 years, right? So why do they call it that? Why don't they call it the 116-year war, huh?
Oh my, look at the time. We need to go over your geometry. Please open your book to page 46 and read silently.
The quality of every teacher is to, if you don't know the answer, distract the child.
But it won't turn. I need to put some kind of grease in there first.
Some kind of grease, huh? Well, how about some butter? Oh, that squish noise. I had a crush on Jane when I played this game as a kid. That's amazing. You really set Nancy up to get kicked out. Better be kicked out than kicked in.
Viro, virum, viro.
Vir is Latin for what word?
Man.
This'll loosen things up in there.
Woo! Okay, and this is solved using the tapestry inside the room. Doesn't know how to answer. Oh, look at the time! Exactly. So if I do this multiple times, it'll make it easier. How many times do I have to do it, though? That is the question. It's still the same. Jane and Ethel are probably like, what on earth is going on in the hallway? Nothing. Nothing at all. Still looks the same. Am I doing it right? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's changing at all. But what we do need is, as the moon rises, strength and toast. Because there's how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Moon, strength, and toast. So toast needs to go down here first. And then strength. And then moon. That's what Argyle said. No idea how many times it is. Interesting. This looks like strength, so I need to get this all the way around. Since I never cheat at this puzzle, I wouldn't really know. Yeah, it's not too bad of a puzzle on its own. Okay, strength, and then we need moon. Oh wait, I did it opposite. I did it the opposite way. Just kidding. Moon. Now I need strength and toast. I had toast for breakfast this morning. What did you guys have for breakfast this morning? Oops. While I move around all these blocks. Strength and toast. Okay. Moon, strength, toast, and then we need knight, charity, and angel. Knight, charity, and then there's the angel. I wonder how. Like that, maybe? Knight, charity, angel, and then the geometer, and then Father Time. So, need to find a way to get the angel. I bet if we... Okay, here we go. If we do something like this, that'll work. Except it'll have to be something like this, because we have to block it. Angel. Ooh, yogurt and dates for breakfast. That sounds good. I've never tried dates and yogurt. Somebody help. How do I get an annoying song out of my head? Okay, and then the geometer. And then what's after the geometer? Time, folly, and dawn. Yay! We did it! You just had breakfast. It's almost 1 p.m. Cinnamon raisin English muffin. Yum! Alright, see you in a bit, Friday Lambda. So now we already have 3 of the pieces, which is pretty cool.
Hi, Linda.
Nancy? I can't believe you're still here. I thought for sure that maybe you can help me.
I know I can help you. Just tell me what's wrong.
I haven't told anyone what I'm about to tell you. Mostly because what happened is all my fault. I should have listened, but I didn't.
What's all your fault?
One day, after Hugh left for Rome, I inadvertently discovered a secret passageway. I started to explore it. And pretty soon, I found this really old-looking message etched into the wall. When I read it, I realized it was some kind of ancient curse. I tried to laugh it off, but it was kind of unnerving. So I went back to my room and found a note on my nightstand. And on it was written the exact same curse. That very night, I started to feel strange. The curse has been coming true ever since.
Can you tell me what this curse said?
I burned it as soon as I read it. I don't know why I bothered telling you this. You can't do anything for me. I should have listened, but I didn't, and now what's done is done.
Tell me about the secret passageway you found.
No. I've already sealed my own doom. I won't do the same to you. I'm not going to tell you anything.
How well do you get along with Jane?
I've been giving it the old college try, believe me. But she can just be so strange sometimes.
How so?
She'll just do the oddest things. Like one night just after Hugh left, she came into my room and insisted I read a book to her.
That doesn't sound very odd to me.
The book was on monsters, vampires and werewolves and witches. I mean, what kind of little girl reads books like that? She fits right into this house, that's for sure.
I'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, so now we know about a secret passageway. Which is definitely has something to do with this gargoyle.
I need something else for this.
And I think Nigel can help us with that, if I remember correctly. English muffins do rock.
I'd better stay inside. If I track mud in the house, Mrs. Drake will kill me.
Ooh, chicken thighs for lunch? That sounds delicious. Yum.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Valet.
Need to find a way to get into those passageways. Mrs. Drake, do you have any advice for us? Can we name the gargoyle Gargi? Yes, we absolutely can.
Yes?
Do you believe that Blackmoor Manor is haunted?
No, of course not. I've lived here for many, many years, and I can tell you without a doubt that absolutely no ghosts walk these halls. An occasional odd creak here and there, yes, but no ghosts. But I do sometimes wonder if those who have passed away remain with us, lingering on. I miss my brother terribly, and I sometimes wonder if he is in some way still here.
Goodbye.
Good day.
That's so sad. Exactly, Forever Insane, especially because Linda's lycanthropy is almost certainly psychologically brought on from the curse and whatnot. Huh. We haven't talked to Hugh yet. I suppose we should talk to Hugh. Give him an update.
Hugh Penvillin here.
Hello, Mr. Penvillin. This is Nancy Drew. I'm the one who's visiting Linda. You know, from the United States, across the pond.
Yes, of course. Are you at Blackmoor?
Yes, I am, and I've talked to Linda.
Good for you, because frankly, that's something I've been quite unable to do lately. These temper tantrums of hers make rational discourse well nigh impossible.
She gets angry for no reason?
Absolutely none. We'll be talking on the phone about the weather or Jane's lessons or something equally innocuous, and suddenly she'll be bellowing at me and slamming the phone down.
Hi, Demon Slayer. Aw, I'm sorry. At least you're able to join now. I'm so happy to see you.
Are you sure you didn't inadvertently say something, you know, argumentative?
I promise you, these rages of hers are totally uncalled for and quite unbearable. I love her dearly, but she's making things very difficult.
Hey, Hugh. How are you?
I understand that Mrs. Drake is your aunt?
Yes, Aunt Letitia. We're not very close, however. She's always been rather aloof, much more interested in being a Penvillin than a person, if you know what I mean.
Does Linda get along with her?
As far as I know, yes, although I have caught my aunt eyeing Linda strangely at times. And of course there's the 6-month habitation clause.
The what?
According to the Penvillin rules of inheritance, the spouse of Blackmoor Manor's current owner, that would be Linda since I'm the current owner, the spouse of the current owner must reside in the manor for at least 6 months. Should she or he leave the manor before 6 months is up, ownership of one half of the estate immediately passes to the next legal heir.
And that would be Mrs. Drake.
Correct.
That is a weird inheritance clause.
I met your daughter Jane.
Quite the bundle of energy, isn't she?
I get the feeling that she's a little lonely.
I'm sure she is, what with a private tutor instead of school and Linda being under the weather. And coming back to Blackmoor no doubt reminds her of her real mother. Renee and I were divorced almost 2 years ago. Jane went into a bit of a tailspin for a while, but she's come to adore Linda. She's been calling her Mummy since the day we were married.
Have you spent much time on your father's computer? The one that's in the library?
I dare say I've never touched it. Mathematics, computer science, linguistics, all the things that fascinated my scholarly father bored me to tears. He gave up on me quite early on. With Jane, however, it was a different story.
What do you mean?
From the day she was born, my father doted on her, far more than he ever doted on me. Read to her, bought her books, games. Truth be told, I was a bit jealous. He passed away when she was still a toddler, so it's unlikely she remembers all the attention he showered on her. But I do, and I still find it so out of character as to be mystifying.
I met your daughter Jane. She's kind of terrible. Also, you're a bad parent because she's super lonely. Nancy and her classic tact.
What do you know about the Beast of Blackmoor?
Pure medieval fiction, the product of little minds in an era of dangerously little education. I have forbidden Ethel to so much as mention it to Jane. Where did you hear about it?
The man doing research in the library? Nigel Mukherjee?
Another of my aunt's ideas. The fact that the Penvillins have never had a book written about them has been a perpetual source of social embarrassment for her.
Do you know much about him?
He was recommended by a friend, and he has assured us over and over that the book he publishes will cast only a positive light upon the Penvillin name. Although, come to think of it, I never have seen the contract he agreed to sign, which was to put that promise in writing.
It was nice talking to you.
This is an extremely busy time for me, so I apologize in advance if you call and I'm unavailable.
I understand.
Good. Cheerio.
Hugh seems like a very pleasant person. Let's order some food while we're at it. 'Cause it's fun.
Boar's Head, this is Tommy.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'd like to order some food.
Sure, we've got some loop-de-loop bangers and mash, Pinky and Perky and a dog's eye, and they're all Robin Hood.
What would be good for breakfast? Maybe bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Rightio. Uncle Fred and Johnny Rudder?
Okay.
All right then. We'll come round and leave it at your Rory. Baked potato.
Baked potato. Make a compilation of every time Nancy says, "What do you mean?" That would be hilarious, because she says that a lot. Classic Nancy. Classic, classic. Okay, what time are we at? 10 in the morning still.
Come back later, please.
Jane is in lessons until like 5, isn't she? Bangers and mash. Forgot about the food delivery guy. That accent is amazing. Isn't it great, Demon Slayer? I love it.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, Lulu?
Hello.
Bye, bird.
Cheerio. Pay no attention to the bird behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the bird behind the curtain.
So, Linda told us about the passageway.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Tally-ho.
None of the characters want to talk to us. How could you forget Tommy? At the Boar's Head Pub. Huh. Linda, you got anything to say?
How are you doing? Linda? I'll be going now.
Nothing? Well then, I think I'll set the alarm and wait for Jane to be done with her lessons.
Écoutez, répétez.
Because I think I need to talk to her.
That must be the food I ordered.
That was quick.
Bangers and mash, huh? Looks like sausages to me. This smells delicious.
Yum. I'll just take some extra butter just for kicks. Delicious. Okay, let's take an afternoon nap until like 5 o'clock. I think it's 5. It might be 3. Where is her schedule? Better double check that so we're not wasting time if need be. 6 to... Oh, it's only till 2. But she wakes up at 6 a.m.
Hi, Nancy.
Have you ever seen these before?
No, what are they?
I was hoping you could tell me. I found them in the hallway.
I've never seen those before in my life.
Just keeps rotting butter in her purse. Such a Nancy thing to do.
Have you ever heard anything strange at night that sounds like chanting?
No.
Do you know of any secret passageways in the manor?
I found one, but all it did was lead to this funny picture.
Do you think you could show me where the passageway is?
Wouldn't you rather play a game with me? I'm so bored.
If I play a game with you, will you tell me where the secret passageway is?
Okay. I got this at this really neat museum in the States. It's supposed to be an original Maya game, but don't worry. You don't have to, like, kill people or take their hearts out or anything. It's really easy to play. You roll the corn and move your warrior the number of dots on the corn. If no dots, then you get to move 5 spaces. You get 2 turns, but you can pass on your second turn. You just keep on going down this track, and you can capture my person if you land on him. Whoever gets all the warriors wins. I'll be blue. Here we go.
Yeah, isn't that great, Demon Slayer? Okay, I'm gonna pass.
I pass.
Pass.
See, it's harder when they
You can go.
control it.
Pass.
I pass.
At least in
Pass.
Secrets Can Kill, we can do it ourselves. Oh boy.
Your turn.
Oh,
Oopsie.
she got me. But I love that they, like, said that she got this game from Beach
Your
Hill.
turn.
That's so cool.
Your turn.
This is true. Nancy does keep a lot of things in her purse that she shouldn't.
Rats.
Do I have to win? Or
You
do we
can
just
go.
have to play? Can't remember.
You can go.
Oh, mister.
Your turn.
Pass.
I pass.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Another warrior bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
I pass.
Yeah, what does Nancy have in her purse right now that she shouldn't have? I mean, she had turkey in there for a little while.
I pass.
Some of the weirdest things Nancy keeps
Your
in her
turn.
purse. That is a tough question.
Oh no.
I mean, the turkey in there was pretty nasty. The butter is definitely up there as far as weird things
I
go.
pass.
You can go.
Aw, overshot it.
Your turn.
Pass.
Trying to think of other weird things that she has in her
I
purse.
pass.
Pass.
Ha, you missed.
I pass.
Pass.
I pass.
Oh no. No. No!
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
I pass.
Don't pretend like you're sorry, Jane.
Pass.
I pass.
When she cleans her purse out, she finds things from all her
You
mysteries.
can go.
Totally. And I thought my purse was bad when I clean it out, but Nancy's
can
has to
go.
be even worse.
Pass.
We'll have to keep a list from now on of the weirdest
pass.
things Nancy has in her purse as we play the games.
Your turn.
Get a 1. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, now we're tied, so whoever gets the next soldier wins.
I pass.
This is intense. Give me a 1 game, come on. No.
Your turn.
Pass.
Exactly, it has an extendable charm. Oh no, oh no.
You can go.
No! So close.
Your turn.
Pass.
Uh-oh.
You can go.
Darn it. Darn it. No!
Oopsie.
Oh.
I'll get you next time.
Too bad. You lose. Do you want to play a game?
Will you just tell me where it is? Can we play another game?
Sure.
Here we go.
I just want to know where the passageway is.
You can go.
Pass.
Nancy's secretly a witch. What do you guys think Nancy's Hogwarts house would be?
You can go.
I go back and forth sometimes, because she's like very much Gryffindor in some ways. But she's also kind of Slytherin in some ways.
You can go.
She's probably a Gryffindor.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
She keeps pancakes in her bag, that's true. Yeah, anytime she just puts food in her bag.
Your turn.
And it's not shown in containers or anything, so it's just the food. Like, that's definitely a problem.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Your turn.
That's true, Sylvia. It does kind of depend on the game. I was just thinking Slytherin. Yeah, it's like, it's one of the two. It kind of does depend on the game. A Slitherdor. She's a Slitherdor.
You can go.
I just keep missing her.
Pass.
You can go.
Don't you dare get a 1.
Pass.
Your turn.
Oh.
Another warrior bites the dust.
Jane.
I pass.
Why do you have to make this so hard?
I pass.
You can go.
I wish you were a computer, because then I could say what your moves would be. Oh, come on.
Oopsie.
For real? Nancy. Ooh, favorite book and movie? Great question.
Pass.
I'm a big fan of the second movie. And I think it's just because it's like, it's still pretty light at that point. There's lots of, it shows them doing lots of fun magic and learning things, and
I don't want to play anymore.
Too bad.
I
You
quit.
lose.
I'm gonna rage quit.
Do you want to play a game?
That would be lovely. Which game would you like to play? I have a fun astronomy game. Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play.
That's so
We can
sad.
play Bull, Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
And you will. The glass eyes, like in Crystal Skull, Skull and Bones, also has a lot of Crystal Skull vibes.
Can I try the jigsaw puzzle?
On your mark, get set, go!
I don't know if this will work, if she'll tell me where the thing is if I finish this, but yeah.
5 minutes.
So yeah, the second movie has always been my favorite one, just because it's still lighter. You get to see them go to class a lot, and honestly, that's the part that I find the most fun, is when they're going to classes and learning how to be wizards. I love that stuff. And the mystery in it is super cool. Like, it's definitely one of the most mysterious entries in the series. And then as far as my favorite book, I mean, Goblet of Fire was a pretty awesome book. That one was pretty spectacular. But I love them all. I mean, I read them all, watch them all at any time. Do you guys have the illustrated versions of the books? They are so cool. And I haven't actually like read them yet, but I flipped through them and they're just amazing. I just love that kind of stuff.
Four minutes.
4 minutes. Nancy Gryffindor, Bess Hufflepuff, George Ravenclaw, Deirdre Slytherin. Yeah, totally agree with Bess is a Hufflepuff, George is a Ravenclaw, Deirdre is a Slytherin, hands down. And Nancy does just give off a lot of Gryffindor vibes, for sure. I've never really read Harry Potter, but the first book in audiobook form, and I listened to it on my commute to college. That's awesome. I listened to audiobooks, the entire Harry Potter audiobook series when I had to commute to one of my externships when I was in grad school, and it made the commute a lot more bearable, thankfully. Favorite movies, Prisoner of Azkaban and Half-Blood Prince? Yes.
3 minutes.
They're all just works of art, in my opinion.
There.
You rock.
You have the illustrated versions, Afro Gamer Dude? That's awesome. Ugh, we do have to play Buell again. Ugh.
Let's play that bull game.
Cool. I'll be blue. Here we go.
Can't you just lose, Jane?
I pass.
Your turn.
I don't know if this is true,
Oh no.
but it does seem like the first time you play the game is always the hardest, and then it like steadily gets
I pass.
easier as you go along. Like
Pass.
the game is maybe coded to make it easier so that you can
I
eventually
pass.
win it. I don't know if that's true or not, or if,
Oopsie.
oh, that hardly seems fair. Or if that's just like me thinking it's true and then
pass.
totally isn't.
Pass.
Yes, audiobooks are great.
Your turn.
Poor Ned is Neville, who watches everything going on and gets taken along
Pass.
for the ride. True. And poor Ned wants to be more involved than
go.
he is. Like he... Oh, come on, Jane. Goblet of Fire, because dragons. That is totally fair. The dragons are pretty amazing.
Pass.
She's too good at this.
You can go.
Oh, no.
You can go.
I pass.
Pass.
Oh,
Your
come
turn.
on.
Pass.
Least favorite movie is Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, Order of the Phoenix seems to be kind of like it's usually ranked lower than the
Pass.
others.
I pass.
I tend to love
turn.
all of them, so it's hard for me to like pick out things that are bad, but as a whole, I prefer it when the movies have
Pass.
more in common with the books. So if they are closer to
pass.
the source material, I prefer that just because the books are so rich and have so much
can
going
go.
on.
Rats.
And as they went along, like especially Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix, they had to take a lot out
I
from the
pass.
books to make the movies like a reasonable length.
Pass.
Oh, just missed
Your
her.
turn.
Pass.
I
Pass? Watch her get left 5. Don't do it. Oh, come on, Jane.
Oopsie.
This child is just destroying me at this game. It's not
I
fair.
pass.
Pass.
She's too
I
good.
pass.
You can go.
She sounds so innocent, too.
You can go.
Pass.
All right.
Okay, now we're back to where we were the first time. Not actually a huge fan of the movies, but you love the lore of the world. Yeah. The HP fan fiction, because I love seeing what people would do with their creativity. For sure. Like, the world building is easily my favorite part of the whole series. Just the idea that that kind of world could exist. There's this phone game called, like, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, and... Oh, no!
Sorry. Too bad. Sad. Too bad. You lose.
Did she just say too bad, so sad? Jane, I'm going to take one of these pillows. Do you want to play again? No.
Sure.
Here we go.
I think this happened when I did my walkthrough for this game, too. Like, I think I had to cut out a whole chunk of Buell because it just took me so long to beat Jane.
I pass.
Pass.
But yeah, the Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery game is pretty spectacular because that's basically what it is role-playing in the world of Harry Potter, which is, like, the best part.
Your turn.
Need to read the books again soon. They're so good. Yes.
You can go.
Pass.
If I don't, oh my goodness.
You can go.
Who knew
Pass.
that the hardest part of this game would be Buell? It's not even from this game originally. It's from a different game.
Your turn.
The mystery game doesn't work on your phone. The textures and the character models don't land. Oh, that's a bummer.
I pass.
I'm currently a 4th year in it.
Your turn.
And there's just so much to do.
You can go.
Pass.
I pass.
Pass.
You can go.
Pass.
Oh my gosh, Demon Slayer, that's so cool. That would be such an awesome experience.
I pass.
Like, what are some of the little known facts?
You can go.
All right.
Wish my school subjects were as interesting as Hogwarts. Exactly.
I pass.
Pass.
Like, we just have, like, reading and math and...
Your turn.
They have care of magical creatures and transfiguration and charms and... Oh, it just sounds so much more fun.
Your turn.
Come on, game. Take pity on me.
Your turn.
Take pity on me and how bad I am at Buell.
I pass.
If you get a 3. Oh my gosh. Curses.
You can go.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
You can go.
All right. You can go.
Is anyone else super bummed that the live-action Mulan is delayed? It was awesome that they released Onward on Disney Plus. And I really want to see Mulan, so I kind of hope they do that too.
Rats.
Take pity on me, game. You know I'm bad at this. Be nice to me. Be nice to me and give me a 1. That's not a 1, game.
I pass.
Pass.
Yes, you are, Jessica. Do I pass?
I pass.
If you get a 3.
Your turn.
Come on, game.
You can go.
Mulan is so awesome. No! Curses! No! No, Jane! No! Not okay. Stop winning. Don't do it.
Your turn.
That's not a 1.
I pass.
So stressful.
Pass.
Pass. That's
Your
not
turn.
a 3. Evil
Pass.
game. One thing was transporting the 6, I think. Book was insane. Everything was super secret and transported in unmarked armored vehicles, so nothing was stolen. That's amazing. I don't remember Buell being this difficult. It totally isn't this difficult in Scarlet Hand. Jane does have it rigged. I think because in Scarlet Hand, you can choose when the computer passes and when it doesn't, so you can kind of set them up to fail. But
You can go.
not with Jane. Jane just wins. We did it!
Pass. You lucked out that time.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I found the secret passageway in the East Hall. That's the hall with the coat of arms on the door. But it's not a very exciting secret passageway. You're going to be totally bored. Wouldn't you rather play a game with me instead?
The East Hall is locked. Do you know how I can get in it?
My great aunt took the key. She probably thought I'd break something in there. But I found another one. Here, you can keep it if you want.
I should get going.
Au revoir.
Oh, finally. You watched someone play Captive Curse on Twitch and they got stuck on Raid? How did they get stuck on Raid? Do you have to win Raid? That's so funny.
Pay no attention to the bird behind
Hi, Allison.
the pretty bird in the
I need the
mirror.
key.
How are you? We are making some pretty good progress through the manor, finding some clues. Getting some pretty awesome stuff done in here, so that's fun. So we don't have the way to move these feet yet. Whee! This is probably my favorite secret passageway. Like, how cool is that? To have a slide? That's just so cool. Love it. For the 6th Harry Potter book, the books were in boxes marked with do not open. But in Quebec, where they speak French, someone opened it and put it on a shelf a week early. Oh my goodness. That can't have been good. Mushu is hilarious. Easily one of the best Disney sidekicks. This is honestly frustrating to watch. I'm so sorry, Golden Moon. Me and my Buell, horrible Buell skills.
Who's the pretty bird in the
No, Jane,
mirror?
your games are not fun. They're not. Not when you use them as, like, blackmail. Kept losing and wanted to beat Carl. Oh, they wanted to beat Carl. I see. Okay, I'm holding the ball. I'm gonna try and get the... Oh, I missed. I missed. Okay, well, I got it again. Let's try this again. I'd rather explore secret passageways than play Jane's games. Exactly. If I didn't have to win, I'd be fine with it. Like, if she just wanted us to play a game with her and then she would tell us, that'd be fine. But the fact that we have to win, that's the tricky part. Because she's just too good at it. Nancy's giggle. Oh, darn it. The columns, aren't they cool? We have, I think, 3 things for the columns. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 so far. Hopefully about to get 4 if I can actually hit the target. There we go. Yay! Cool. Okay. See, I totally thought Ethel was going to be there. But she wasn't. There's no skill, it's just luck. That's the frustrating part. Exactly. Exactly. Any puzzle needs to be based on, like, skill and deduction and logic, not on complete random luck. Otherwise, it gets frustrating. Passageways in this game also blend in a lot better. Usually you can see obvious seams where they are. Yeah, totally. Like, they look like they're absolutely part of the environment, which is fantastic.
Looks like a piece is missing.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we got that one. We got in the secret passageway. I think we go talk to Linda now. Hi, Scanlan. Not too bad. We're about, I don't know, a third of the way through. Maybe almost halfway through.
How are you doing? Linda? I'll be going now.
I thought she would tell me about the secret passageway. Should be an Easter egg for sliding down the slide a bunch of times. There should be. That would be fun. Shall we go talk to Mrs. Drake? Maybe she'll tell us where a secret passageway is. I love running down those stairs. The noise is just so fun.
Yes?
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Okay, she won't tell me anything. Nigel? Whee! Up the stairs. Hi, Nigel.
Hello, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Goodbye.
Okay, nothing? Do I have to call Hugh? Or Mrs. Petrov? Oh, we have to call Paliki.
This is Paliki.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. Could I ask you some questions about lycanthropy?
I'm sorry, I'm about to leave for a seminar and I'm very busy. Besides, I've written 2 books and 12 articles on the subject. If you have questions, perhaps you should try reading one of them.
I did. That's how I got your number.
Well, if you didn't understand something, I'm afraid I really don't have time to explain it to you.
I understood everything. It's just that I know someone who seems to be exhibiting some of the symptoms of lycanthropic
Lycanthropic metamorphosis? Well, that's different. Talk to me.
What do you consider to be the definitive signs that someone is turning into some kind of animal?
Symptoms are relatively subtle. A dry mouth, a fatigue, impaired vision, and reduced blood flow to the skin. Is this person pale?
Yes, but the really disturbing thing is, she won't let anyone see her. She just lies in bed all day behind this curtain.
And at night, what does she do at night?
I can't be sure, but I do know that I saw something outside the night I arrived. Some kind of animal. And when I asked to see my friend, I was told she was unavailable.
This sounds very promising.
You don't really believe she's turning into some kind of creature, do you?
Young lady, I believe the human mind is capable of far more than we can ever imagine. Pale skin, dry mouth, fatigue. The human mind is perfectly capable of causing the body to exhibit such symptoms, if it is so motivated.
What would motivate someone to turn into an animal?
Most lycanthropes are under a great deal of stress, due perhaps to the death of a loved one, marriage, divorce, a relocation, that sort of thing. They're emotionally vulnerable, which means they're particularly open to the power of suggestion.
Someone suggests they become a lycanthrope?
Not in so many words, of course. Somehow they get it in their head that they're destined to take another form. They see something, they read something, someone says something to them. Somehow they come to believe they're supposed to undergo a physical metamorphosis, and so, in their weakened psychological state, they do.
Do you think seeing an ancient curse would be enough to send someone, over the lycanthropic edge?
Absolutely. Of course, a person cannot morph into XYZ if that person has no idea what XYZ is. She has to have some prior knowledge of the creature she thinks she has been condemned to become. A book, a website, a movie, a play, a casual anecdote, any number of things could provide her subconscious brain with clues as to how she is to look, feel, and behave in her altered form.
Are temper tantrums symptomatic of lycanthropy?
There are no hard and fast rules when it comes to lycanthropy, or almost anything else for that matter. But if someone believes that what they're changing into is irrational, or has a bad temper, then they will exhibit irrational, ill-tempered behavior, especially if this is contrary to their former nature.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Scanlan. Miss Drake is super creepy. Always walking around with her trowel. She's great. Jessica, I hate this lady. Paliki Vadas.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Petrov. It's Nancy Drew.
What's happened? How's Linda?
She's fine. I mean, she's no worse, at least as far as I can tell.
That's good news, I suppose. What can I do for you?
Did Linda say anything to you about finding a secret passageway?
No. Linda told you she found a secret passageway?
Yes. Do you think she wasn't telling the truth?
I don't know. Given her fragile state of mind, what's true and what she thinks is true may well be two different things, that's all.
When you were here visiting Linda, did you ever see or hear anything odd?
Yes, Mrs. Drake. Why do you ask?
Blackmoor Manor looks like the kind of place that most people would assume is haunted, don't you think?
Frankly, I was too worried about Linda to take notice of much of anything there. Except that most of the rooms I saw looked like they'd been decorated by a medieval monkey.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petrov.
Take care.
A medieval monkey. Yeah, I bet you're right, Jessica. It's like a specialized kind of psychological condition.
How are you doing? Linda? I'll be going now.
No, I haven't, Ray Marie. Maybe we should give him a call, because we're kind of hitting some dead ends, and that's kind of what you do, is call the phone characters when you're not sure what to do next. Oops, that's not my phone.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, Nancy.
Just wanted to let you know I got here safely.
So how's Blackmoor Manor?
A little on the spooky side.
How's Mrs. Petrov's daughter?
A little on the spooky side.
Which means?
It's just very strange. She stays in bed hiding behind this curtain all day.
Do you have any idea what the deal is?
She thinks she's been cursed.
Cursed? What do you mean?
She saw this ancient curse in a secret passageway, and now she thinks it's coming true.
Yikes, that's kind of nuts.
Frankly, as creepy as this place is, I'm beginning to wonder.
So what'd the curse say?
She refused to tell me.
Sounds to me like you'd better give finding that out your top priority.
Apparently, each of Jane's ancestors had different coats of arms.
Really? That's odd. You'd think there would be just one coat of arms for the whole family.
Believe me, the Penvillin family is nothing if not odd. Each coat of arms includes very distinct images and symbols.
Wonder why they're so different.
It's a long story, but I'm beginning to think that each Penvillin left behind a puzzle, and that his or her coat of arms contains clues to solving that puzzle.
Makes sense. I mean, in an oddball Penvillinian sort of way.
Linda's stepdaughter, Jane, she has this really weird picture book in her room.
What do you mean, a picture book?
I mean, pictures are all that's in this book. No words, just these strange hand-drawn images. And the book is old, like it's been around for centuries.
Drawings, huh? Maybe it's some kind of an ancient instruction manual. You know, for people who didn't know how to read.
Could be. When I asked her about it, Jane said her grandfather gave it to her. And then...
And then what?
And then she changed the subject.
Sounds like that book may prove to be pretty important.
I think Linda may be turning into the Beast of Blackmoor.
Excuse me?
See, I found this book that had information on lycanthropy in it.
Lycanthropy? Werewolves?
Basically, yes. Anyway, I called this expert, and from what she said, I really think Linda thinks she's been cursed to become the legendary Beast of Blackmoor.
So it's all in her head.
Right. Linda's symptoms are probably all psychosomatic.
Probably?
I mean, her symptoms are all psychosomatic. Hopefully.
So what does this Beast of Blackmoor do?
Sully the family name, mostly.
Ah, kind of like my cousin Higby.
The guy who wrestles hogs for a living?
That's the one.
I'll talk to you soon.
Just be careful over there.
Ah, Ned. Just because someone's an academic doesn't mean they are right. Yeah. Though now I kind of want to write a paper on bogus academia on curses and creatures. That would be cool. Ooh, the hardest puzzle in the game, Scanlan? Apparently for me, it's Buell. The moving rooms puzzle used to be really hard, but now that I know the cheat to make it easier, which you actually find in the game, that's something that you can find in the game, then it's much easier.
Hi, Nancy.
How do I get into the secret passageway in the East Hall?
I don't know why you have to go there. But if you must know, the way I got in was by moving the hands on that statue with all the arms. I was just playing around with them when this secret door just suddenly appeared.
I should get going.
Come back soon.
Oh, okay. So we are allowed to know that now. And I think it's because we saw the secret, not the secret, the coat of arms for the person who had them. Let's see. Do I have in my notes how to move the hands? Yes, I do. Okay. A little on the spooky side. I love Blackmoor Manor too, Allison. It's so good.
Pay no attention.
Yeah, it's too bad that modern games don't have the same kind of detail for sure. Ned, you got a weird cousin. Nancy should have been a pen villain. She'd make a good pen villain.
The hands move.
Down. Side. There we go. This is what we were missing.
Look around in there. I'm going to need a flashlight.
Oh, Nancy, here we call it a torch.
You're gonna need a bigger bowl.
Yeah, right? The other characters just get to fiddle around with it and accidentally open things up, and Nancy actually has to try.
So, did you find what you were looking for in that secret passageway?
Let's just say you live in a very interesting house.
I don't want to hear. It's so scary to think people can be looking about behind these walls. But you shouldn't tell anyone about them either. If you do, they'll probably close them off and say they're too dangerous.
Do you have a flashlight?
A flashlight? Oh, Nancy, flashlight is an American term. In the UK, we call it a torch. I don't have one, but I do have a whole bunch of glow sticks. If you want one, you have to play a game with me. That's the rule. This is a game I bought in Arizona. You have to make as many matches as possible. On your mark, get set, go!
Oh, go! Okay. Petroglyph Punch. From Arizona. Basically from Shadow Ranch is what we're led to believe. There we go. Okay, so you have to get at least 3 in a row before you can get points. So we just have to get a certain number of points. Trying to focus on the little... there's one. The little pictures. Come here. Ugh, this music is so good. Love this soundtrack so much. It never gets old. There's one. How many points do I have to get on this? There we go. I'm going to need a flashlight. You're going to need a bigger
so
boat.
Very good. Here's your glow stick. If this one goes out, I'll let you play for another one.
I should get going.
Au revoir.
I have been in several plays where I've had to do a British accent. It's probably not very good, but it does the job. It's that strange burping dragon.
Polly is a stupid bird. Polly is a stupid
The final
bird.
appearance of Lulu the parrot.
You're gonna need a bigger bowl.
Well, there's Cuckoo in Ransom of the Seven Ships, which is Lulu's granddaughter, actually, which is still pretty fantastic. Like, I love that they did that. All right, so now we have our glow stick. Here in the UK, we call it a torch. Oh, do you, Jane? Well, you know what I meant. Did you really need to correct me?
That doesn't look like a curse. Barber, and a picture of a parrot. I wonder if Lulu has something to do with this.
And I always forget the very first word, but then after that I don't. So we have to ask Lulu what the first word is. And then we'll be good to go. It's so different when you're playing the game, but as a viewer it's so hard to see all the pairings on the screen you miss. Yeah, exactly, I'm sure. Hello, Hound Dog. Yes, we are playing on Senior Detective.
Here, matey.
Does the word barber mean anything to you?
What's the magic word?
Please?
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect. Lulu, what magic word? Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
The word annoying comes to mind.
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect. Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
Okay. I guess I'll go try to figure out what the magic word is.
Cheerio.
The word annoying comes to mind.
Polly is a stupid bird.
And she shouts at us, Polly is a stupid bird, all the way down the stairs. So good. Okay, Mrs. Drake will tell us what the word is, but I'm kind of worried she might be asleep. Nope, she's still up.
Yes?
Do you know anything about Lulu's magic word?
Magic word? Oh, yes. You see, my brother and grandfather would play a word game with Lulu. I never understood how it was played, but they'd play for hours. Lulu would sometimes grow sullen and refuse to play the game anymore unless they told her that... Oh, what was it that they'd have to tell her? It's perched on the tip of my tongue. They had to tell Lulu that she was a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
That's more of a magic phrase than a magic word.
Would you have a torch that I could borrow?
No, I'm afraid not. Jane ruined all of ours with some sort of experiment she cooked up. But I believe she may have some of those glow sticks for illumination.
Goodbye.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
Aw, you're tired, Jessica? I'm sorry you're tired. It does feel like kind of a sleepy Saturday. Especially with the now 2 inches of snow outside. Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh, not good. Stay away, stay away.
Lulu, it's me. You don't have to be scared.
Behind you! Don't look, don't look!
You're just playing a joke on me, aren't you?
Don't look, don't look!
Okay, I won't.
Nothing there, fooled ya.
I know the magic word.
Magic word, magic word. What's the magic word?
Lulu is a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
Clever and beautiful. How true, clever and beautiful.
Easy, Lulu. You're hurting my ears.
So, what's your word?
Barber.
Leech. Leech, 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 leech.
Bye, bird.
Lulu.
Leech. Yeah, Hound Dog. Lulu has to be at least like 90 years old. She's got to be a real old parrot. When you wake up late, you're tired. It's Sunday. Yeah. Did I say the wrong day? Now I want to know what experiment Jane did to ruin all the torches. No kidding. Like, it looked like the kitchen was lit pretty well on fire, so it's kind of impressive. Okay, leech. And then it switches to picture. Isn't it book? Whoops. Baby bonnet? Hourglass, I think. Ant hill. Yeah, we did it. Nice, Hound Dog. You haven't even gotten out of bed yet. That's amazing. Jane was having a rave in her room. As you do, you know? You said Saturday? Oh, sorry, Sunday. Yeah, made me question my existence. Yeah, no, sorry, I meant Sunday. How many cups of coffee does it take to wake you up if you had a hard time sleeping at night? I usually have one big cup of coffee, but which would be like 2 normal size mugs of coffee. So usually 2. You're on your 3rd cup. It's not a magic word. Those are magic words. Exactly. This place would make a great Sims build. It would. It absolutely would.
Like the rest of this grid is on the other side of the wall.
Yes, and we have to get them all facing up, I think. Okay, so they're all facing up, but now we have to do it on the other side as well. So now is when we can go talk to Linda and tell her, hey, there isn't a curse in the secret passageway. Decaf in the evening. Yeah, after I have my coffee in the morning, I always do tea in the afternoon so that I don't have caffeine. Hello from Moscow.
You gave me such a fright. What were you doing in there?
Hello from Moscow. Hello, welcome.
I was looking at the artifacts. They're quite intriguing.
Oh, I see. Well, I didn't realize you were so interested in the treasures of Blackmoor.
Do you think there is treasure hidden somewhere in the manor?
No, not at all. At least, not the treasure you're probably thinking of. The Penvillans have lived here for centuries. The house resonates with their presence. Any hidden treasure in Blackmoor would be found in the family's history, in the Penvillans' passions and deeds.
Have you seen the book in Jane's room called the Mutus Liber?
Yes, the silent book. It's quite fascinating and very old. Jane's grandfather left it with me to give to her.
It almost seems as if it's telling some kind of story.
Yes, but a long-lost story whose meaning will probably never be understood.
What you're teaching Jane looks pretty rigorous, but interesting.
I believe young people need to have a well-rounded education and learn what every other Penvillan should know.
Have you ever heard the legend about the Beast of Blackmoor?
Of course. Everyone who grows up in these parts knows it. But it's just a myth, one that unfortunately proved to be quite damaging to the Penvillans.
Damaging to the Penvillans?
Well, yes. Eleanor Penvillan was executed because the villagers believed that she had created the beast. Things cannot get much more damaging than that.
Do you know much about the Penvillan family history?
Only that they were a very well-respected and talented family. Many of my ancestors were tutors of some of the Penvillans, and I feel very honored to continue that tradition.
Well, I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Oh, she surprised me. I turned down my mic a little bit, Hound Dog, so hopefully it's better. Thanks for the feedback on the audio. I appreciate that. I never know how it sounds to you guys. Her nose is really small.
Linda, I found the secret passageway. Jane told me where it is, but I didn't see any curse in there.
How could you have missed it? It was right there, just waiting to be found. Wanting to be found. I can't believe how foolish I was. That stupid gargoyle. I hated how its evil eyes would stare at me whenever I walked to my room. So I moved it around, changed its position, kept fiddling with it. But when that secret door suddenly opened, I couldn't resist going in there.
Which gargoyle is this?
What do you mean, which gargoyle? I thought you said you found the secret passageway.
So there's more than one. Linda, I think someone's trying to scare you off. I think they thought you were getting too close to something that's hidden in this house.
You're right. I did get too close to something. That witch that was burned at the stake. She's cursed me, and she's probably cursed you too.
I'll see you soon.
I hope so.
Okay, good, Hound Dog. Thank you. Gonna go spend some time with your family. Have a happy Easter. You too, Jessica. Thanks so much for joining, and have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your time with your family.
But that's the gargoyle Linda was talking about. and it looks just like the one in that painting I saw. Something tells me I'd better not mess with this until I know what I'm doing.
But I know how to move it. Okay, we'll go do it the right way. We'll go talk to Nigel, if he's even here. It's pretty late. Oh no, he is still here.
Hello, Nancy.
Who is the man in the great hall with the gargoyle?
That's Corbin Penvellyn, born in 1670 and died in 1741, I believe. He was Eleanor's grandson and spent his life in France. It was rumored that he secretly returned to Blackmoor to continue his grandmother's experiments in the mystical arts.
Where can I find his coat of arms?
I didn't realize you were so interested in Penvellyn history. I'd be happy to show you his coat of arms, but I'm in dire need of a typist. Perhaps, if you can help me out, I can find that which you seek.
It's a deal. What do you want me to do?
Perhaps first we should see how fast you type. This program will rate your speed. Just type the characters that appear on the screen. If you're good enough, I'll let you type up my memoirs, and then I'll let you see the coat of arms.
This is very much like all of the typing games that I did as a kid. Why won't it let me do the letters, or the numbers? I guess I'm typing them in wrong, but I could have sworn that was a 2 I was hitting. Is that fast enough?
Excellent score!
Cool.
Now, here's what I'd like you to type up. These are my memoirs. I think you'll find them quite interesting.
The Life of Nigel Mukherjee by Nigel Mukherjee. I was very, very tiny when I was born.
These are the most boring memoirs I've ever read in my life.
We got the Phantom Horse, the Bright Golden Queen Tomato. So we got a Shadow Ranch flashback. Who knows what treasures I will find.
Finally. I feel like I've been typing forever. Nigel! Nigel!
I like the culprit from Stay Tuned for Danger, Scanlan. I always hit randomly. Thanks for your award. For your work, here's your award. Attached is a sketch of Corbin's crest, which I found in the Chateau du Vertu in France. I've never found a picture of it here in Blackmoor. 21121. Wonderful. Secret passageway number 2.
No
Whoop.
key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without
What are they doing?
No fire without oil.
Oh yeah, my actions ensure that my name will endure to the end. Penvellyn.
That was a little creepy.
I did it perfect that time, didn't I? Well, almost perfect.
You did very well. But remember, this must remain a secret. Do not discuss it with anyone.
Yes, Ethel.
And don't forget, you have a maths exam tomorrow.
Yes, Ethel.
And be sure to brush your teeth.
Yes, Ethel. Good night.
When it's dark, all of the columns have nights on them, which is pretty cool.
Smells like oil.
Well, that was creepy. Yeah, super weird. Very strange. Yeah, isn't it cool how we went to Wickford? Typing games, all the right type if memory serves. My friends and I also played Mario Teaches Typing. I had like a SpongeBob typing one. There was one that I loved and I cannot remember what it was called. But there were like 2 hands. One was yellow and I think one was like green or something. Ugh, that was so fun. Oh, that would be so cool if the games were movies. I think the ritual was just to get oil to the whatchamacallit. Did I do that wrong? Oil to the furnace? Is that what it's called? Okay. Is it 1, 2, 1, 1? There we go, okay. So this is the secret passageway that Linda found.
I can see into Linda's room.
Moisturizer? Oh no! Nope. Nope. That is not good. There is hair medication, or like she's like growing hair. Problematic. Okay, so for this we need to type in Eleanor in Ruins, which is written by yeah. Cool, unlocked the door. She poured the oil from that high and got it all in the hole. I would have spilled it everywhere. Same, Demon Slayer. She has impressive aim. Any other nostalgic PC games you liked as a kid? So many. Math Blasters, Treasure Seekers. I mean, I know we've talked about like Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam before. Hugly's Sleepover was my jam. Hugly's Sleepover was so fun. Okay, so now we made it to here, and we need to get these to be facing up. But now I'm guessing it's switched some on the other side. So we have to go back to the other secret passageway to line them up. Okay. I could never, ever, in a million years in real life, walk around in these tunnels alone with only a glow stick for light. There's just no way. And then we have this.
I can see into the library.
Which allows us to move this statue. I always did this randomly. Like, I never really understood how this worked. But you have to get him to, like, rotate towards you.
Huh? The statue, it's moving!
It was great. Okay, so now he's facing the wrong way. I need to get him facing forward. Okay, now he's facing the right way, but I don't think his hands are open. Like, it's hard to see if his hand is open or not for the... whatchamacallit. The wand. Like, it doesn't look any different. Well, we'll go look at it and see. We're gonna have to come back here anyway. I always felt there was more to it, beyond putting oil in the forge. I mean, I think it's supposed to be a ritual because that's just how they did it for finding the puzzle and as part of their history. Like, it was supposed to maybe, like, bless the oil and make it ready or something. This is one hairy situation. Hugly Sleepover. So if you know the Hugly books, that character, he's like a little frog monster kind of thing. But Hugly Sleepover was that character, and they, were gonna have a monster sleepover, but they needed to prepare, so they needed to like make cookies and get pillows, and it was just a fun little puzzle game and just really cute and so fun. Very addictive. Do you have a fear of the dark? Yes. Yes, I do. I have a pretty big fear of the dark, actually. I sleep with a sound machine with a light on, because if I wake up in the middle of the night, I just get super freaked out. What non-PC games did you play? I always liked watching my brother and cousin play video games since I wasn't any good at them. Yeah, we didn't have video games beyond PC games growing up until I was in like 7th grade or so. So it was actually a long time until we had those games. I was gonna go to the library and check on the statue.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yes, I will need a bigger boat, Lulu. So the first, and I've only ever had a Nintendo Switch. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. A Switch and a Wii, and the Wii U. So we played lots of Wii games. Mario Kart is obviously fantastic. Mario Party's always a good one. I didn't play any other real like video games as a kid. But now I love my Switch games. Like Super Mario Odyssey was super fun. Breath of the Wild was fantastic.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I fully plan on playing Animal Crossing. Where are my notes for this? I used to have this memorized. Like the way that the hands need to go. Down. There we go. Music is so good. Yay! Okay, so now we can go in here. Which is really cool.
Wow,
And
looks like I won't be needing any more of Jane's glow sticks.
yes. Which is great because we never actually ran out. Okay. Trick with the doors. And they tell you this in the game, but they don't tell you until you actually get to the room. Go straight forward to the moon door. Turn around.
Oh my gosh, the room is moving.
Turn around again. Moon door. Turn around. And then I think you can go straight forward. Voila. And now we have the alchemy puzzle. So the alchemy puzzle... Oh boy. This is in the silent book as well. And we need to make the thing shown here.
Weird symbols. Maybe knowing what that snake symbol means will help me figure out what the others mean.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to go fill up my water bottle real quick and take a quick restroom break, but I will be right back. I'll see you in just a second, fellow detectives. And we're back. Oh. Bumping my headphones on the mic and everything. Myctophobia. It's similar to the protagonist of Amnesia, Dark Descent. If you stay in the dark too long, you'll lose sanity and start seeing or hearing things that aren't there. That actually sounds pretty accurate, so maybe. Part of it, too, is I have really bad vision. So I wear contacts during the day, and at night I just have my glasses. But when I'm sleeping, I obviously take off my glasses. So then when I wake up, I can't see anything. And I already have really poor night vision to begin with. So that makes me freak out, too, because I can't see anything. Yeah, Nancy, let's pick up this strange glowing rock without questioning it. It definitely looks radioactive, but Nancy's not going to question that too much. This puzzle was the bane of our existence the first time around. We were lost here forever. The alchemy puzzle or the moving rooms puzzle? I know a lot of people hate the moving rooms. Blackmoor's a lot of people's favorite, but I never liked it. I always got stuck and could only beat it with a walkthrough. Once I get my PC, I'm going to replay it. I think I would like it more now. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one. It takes a lot of patience, I think. Are you British or Canadian, Slayer? I noticed you use the British spelling for favorite. Yeah, that's so cool. I love the different spellings for that. Okay, so we need... I don't think we have signal down here, or do we? Oh, we do. Cockney rhyming slang, healthy diet for parrots, Blackmoor Manor. Do I have to, like, ask? I think I have to ask Nigel about the symbol before I can look up the alchemy stuff. So I guess we will go find Nigel. Okay, moon door, reverse. Moon door, reverse. And then we go forward. Easiest way to not get stuck with that puzzle. And now this way is cool.
This reminds me of that picture I saw in the Mutus Liber. I'm supposed to press the button under the blue triangles I want to move, then press the one under the group I want to move them to, until I wind up with a group of just 4 triangles.
Yeah, the moving rooms puzzle. Now, if we go in here before we do the water puzzle...
I'm at the bottom of the well.
Nancy can find this, which is actually a pretty important clue for the mystery. My dear little Jane, just a quick note. Enclosed is what you requested. I hope it will help your guinea pig. It certainly helped me. All the best, Uncle Roger. And this is the same Uncle Roger who had a toupee. So, what's she giving to the guinea pig? This is the same wheel from Ghost Dogs. Okay, so now we can do the water puzzle. So we need to get 4, basically, is what they're saying. 2. That just gets me 3. I'll reset that. If we do... I think the key is to get 1. Or kind of like we did there. Like I had 2. And that's 1. There we go. Now I got 4. Perfect. Yay, fellow Canadians! Yeah, there's actually quite a few Canadians that join these streams, which is awesome. Thank you for coming.
If I open the door now, I'll flood the place.
Second chance?
If I open the door now, I'll flood the place.
They don't let you. I always thought... Oop. Why did I put the rock away? It's dark. I always thought Nigel was one of the most... Ooh, I do not know that word. You might teach me a new word today, Hound Dog. Sulanimous characters? Fleeing partway through the game and never coming back. Yeah, I think it's pretty funny that he does that. Can you tell me what that word means, please? I love to learn new words. And also tell me if I'm saying it right. Pusillanimous? Pusillanimous? So now we need to go talk to Nigel, who will tell us that the Ouroboros is a symbol for alchemy. I don't think he'll be here. Will he be here? It's 4 a.m.
Who's the pretty bird in the mirror?
You're the pretty bird in the mirror, Lulu. Obviously. Okay. I think we have to wait till morning. So let's maybe go to, what, like 10 a.m.? Noon? Noon, maybe? Let's do noon. Nancy Drew games are part of our Canadian culture. Yay! I love that. Nancy can be an honorary Canadian. Wonderful.
Je suis...
Please, just take it away.
But how can you expect to feel better if you don't eat properly?
And from now on, just bring me what I ask for.
A healthy digestive system cannot do without roughage, you know.
Yes, Mrs. Drake.
Ah!
Interesting. Looks like some sort of charm.
Mrs. Drake's putting charms over her door. That's nice. Jane's doing her lessons. It basically means very cowardly, and yes, you said it correctly the second time. Add it to your sesquipedalian vernacular. Sesquipedalian. Pusillanimous. Funny that the only time Nancy comes to Canada, it's a very winter-based game with lots of snow and very stereotypical stuff. Exactly.
Linda? You know, no matter how incredible or frightening things may appear, there's almost always a logical, sometimes even simple explanation.
You don't know everything, Nancy Drew. And in my case, you don't know anything at all. I want you to go home. It's for your own good.
I can't go home until I have something to tell your mother.
Just tell her I've had some problems adjusting to my new life, but I've accepted my fate and now everything's fine. In fact, I'll call her and tell her that myself. In any case, please leave my room and don't bother to come back. There's no mystery here, just fate. I have nothing more to say to you. Nothing.
Nothing more to say to us, eh? Well, I sure wish you would. Okay, Nigel. How do you know such crazy words?
Ah, there you are. I'm sorry to inform you that I shall soon be leaving Blackmoor. I just have a few things to take care of, and then I shall bid you adieu.
Why? Where are you going?
I have good reason to believe this place is genuinely haunted. There's no way I'm staying here 1 minute longer than I have to. Thankfully, I've finished most of my research and have enough to start my book.
Do you know what the symbol of a snake eating its tail signifies?
The Ouroboros? It's a very old image and is usually associated with alchemy. You really do come up with the strangest questions, Nancy.
What do you think of Ethel Bosny?
I think she's an odd lot, that one. She has no formal background in pedagogy or scholarship. I would be a much better influence on Jane were I her tutor, but Mrs. Drake insists on employing Ethel.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Goodbye.
He covered up the statue. I love it. Fun fact, it's Canadian tradition to play at least 2 Nancy Drew games a year. This tradition started in 2007 when our Prime Minister admitted to playing the games while eating poutine and Timbits. I really hope that's true, because that would be fantastic. I said I'm secretly Canadian. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, the Minnesota is basically the most Canadian state in America. I'm frequently mistaken for a Canadian whenever I travel abroad. Can I be an honorary Canadian too?
Someone deliberately set this up so they could use this squirt gun to hit those tiles over there.
Oh no! Oh yeah, they like trees. That's it. I forgot. They like trees and they like open water. What? What? Where do I go then? I guess this way. Nope, okay. And then I go up. So I go across. What? I'm so confused. It worked last time. Does this change every time? I just remember it saying like they like trees and they hate boats or something like that. I'm so confused. Maybe I don't have what I need to finish this yet. But either way, I love that the fountain is going.
Have you seen? The well is filled up again. It's very curious, but quite wonderful.
Why did you put that charm above Linda's door?
What? I fail to see why that is any of your concern. But if you must know, I was only trying to help Linda. Oh, I am at a loss as to what to do about her. A complete loss. Sometimes extraordinary situations require extraordinary measures. I thought that perhaps a charm would help. Whatever it is that's plaguing that poor thing.
You know, a little superstition sometimes does help. Psychology.
I think Ethel is trying to recruit Jane into some kind of secret society.
Oh, for heaven's sake, child. Where did you ever get such nonsense?
I saw Ethel and Jane performing this ritual in the Great Hall in the middle of the night.
Poppycock! A ritual in the middle of the night? Young lady, I will not abide such wild stories. Imagine Ethel Bossany recruiting my grandniece into some kind of secret society. Next thing you'll be saying Linda has been cursed by some roving spirit, or that we have ghosts prowling about.
Right. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
Oh boy. Okay. I learned a multifarious array of styliferous words that others may look at with flossinosinihilification. Flossinosinihilification. Or see their veracity as apocryphal. I love that. Oh, it does change in his random? Okay. I did not know that. Reminds me of the Frogger game. Yeah, it's totally like the Frogger game. Love that.
And how is my favorite Aurelia doing in its new pot?
Mrs. Drake's losing it. Yay, I can be an honorary Canadian. Yay. What are you talking about, eh? I have to go eat breakfast now. Be back as soon as I can. Enjoy your breakfast, Demon Slayer. I'm gonna try this frog game again. Yeah, there's a lot of overlap, you know, between the stereotypical Canadian accent and the stereotypical Minnesotan accent. Our Minnesotan accent is very, like, you've got these long O's, you know? Yeah. Oh, I did it. First try. Yay! This is so cool. I have been chosen by the frog. Thank you, frog. I appreciate your gift. So now we have... Do we have all 6 things? I think we have all 6 things. Oh. Cool. Okay. Let's go to the columns. Nigel's a hoser, eh, bud? He wouldn't spare me a toonie for some Timmies. I love Mrs. Drake talking to herself. Me. It's so great. Okay. So, Tempus Frugit. So, this is probably the time one. And that, I think, has to go that way. You look like Zeus, so you could use a lightning bolt. And I think it goes like that. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Head. I think that one goes like that. Whenever we get to White Wolf, I can't wait to make a million Canada jokes. Yeah, that sure will be a good time, don't you think? Oh yeah, you betcha. Especially since Bill Kessler has like the most stereotypical Canadian voice ever. Okay, and then this one is the moon. I think that goes like that. I have to wait to hear the sound of the oil.
Sounds like I did something right.
There we go. Okay, so now the oil is draining properly. And if we take, I think it's this thing, isn't it? Maybe we don't know that yet. So now we know our alchemy. Can I look up alchemy now on my web browser? Search. Alchemy symbols. Perfect. Kind of reminds me of Tetris, the pipes. Yeah, it is kind of Tetris-y a little bit. I always talk to myself too. I find it a good way of getting my thoughts out without others interrupting my train of thought. Exactly. Troy and I found that hilarious as our accents are nowhere near that pronounced. Isn't that great? Okay, Nancy. Time to go do some alchemy. Knowing the Ouroboros is, like, for some reason, a random bit of trivia that I've actually gotten to use multiple times. For whatever reason. It's just a good thing to know. The Ouroboros. The snake eating its own tail. Popular symbol in alchemy. Look at the Mutus Liber. Yeah, we looked at the Mutus Liber super early on, so we have technically looked at it. So the triggers should still be there. Okay, so we need to make this symbol, which is... I love that our phone works down here. We need to make Aqua Fortis. And to do so, combine vitriol and niter to make Aqua Fortis, nitric acid. Distill green vitriol to make vitriol. And then add niter. So, green vitriol distilled. Vitriol or a niter. So I need this one. And we need this one. Okay. So this and this should make Agua Fortis. And now we need, it's like the V with an R. I'm back. My family didn't want to hang out with me. Well, we want to hang out with you, Jessica. So welcome back. What was the easiest Nancy Drew game ever solved in a day? I solved the first time I played Haunted Carousel within like 3 hours, even on its first playthrough. So I would say Haunted Carousel is the easiest. Final Scene. The only reason I didn't finish it was a day because I started at 10. Yeah, Final Scene could be an easier one too. I'm very perspicacious. Excellent. Aqua Regia. So now we need to make Aqua Regia by when 3 parts Spirit of Salt were combined with 1 part Agua Fortis, it would create Aqua Regia. So if I make Aqua Fortis again, and then 3 Spirit of Salt, which looks like what? What? Oh, this one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 of those, and then 1 of those. Nice. Okay. So now we have the Mercury-ish symbol with the little horns on it. Mercury. Yeah, okay, it is just Mercury. So to make Mercury, Mercury is obtained by burning Cinnabar, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Obtained by burning Cinnabar. So, can I just add fire and Cinnabar? What does Cinnabar look like? Cinnabar, okay. And fire? And a triangle? Okay, let's try that. Burn Cinnabar. Okay, I made Mercury. Now I need the plus sign with the 4 dots. Ooh, you beat Shattered Medallion in a day. Haunted Carousel is probably the shortest overall. I can't help you with alchemy, and I'm an English major. I wish we could see Ned, too. He deserves to be seen. Distilled vinegar. How do I make distilled vinegar? Probably just vinegar and then distillation. Isn't that a thing? Vinegar. Dissolution? Distillation. Distillation and vinegar. Distillation and vinegar. To make distilled vinegar. Okay. Whew. What game would you say takes the longest? Yeah, I think Shadow at the Ratter's... Shadow at the... I tried to combine Shadow at... Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Secret at Shadow Ranch and Shadow at the Water's Edge into one title. But yeah, I think Shadow at the Water's Edge is one of the longest ones. I'm trying to think of other ones. Trail of the Twister is pretty long, honestly. Final Scene is the shortest. Can be beaten in half an hour. If you cut out the phone conversations, yeah. Secrets Can Kill be completed in half an hour. Yeah, that could be a quick one, too. Water's Edge took a very long time. It sure did. Okay, we're on the last one. And we need to make Liquor Hepatis. A substance called liquor hepatis, the symbol for which matches the zodiac sign of Capricorn, was created by distilling sulfur, lime, and sal ammoniac. Distilling sulfur, lime, and sal ammoniac. So we can do the distill sign, sulfur, lime. So this is one where you have to make lime, isn't it? There's quicklime. Is lime different from quicklime? Lime was created by burning chalk or limestone. What, lime. Okay, so quicklime is the same thing. Okay, so distill, sulfur, lime, sal ammoniac. Distill. And then sulfur is a little triangle. Quicklime. Okay. And then sal ammoniac. Okay. Did it. Victory! I love this location. So cool that this is just under the whole building. Alibi and Ashes is kind of long. Yeah, that could be a longer one. If you're switching between characters and trying to do everything. Water's Edge is probably going to take a long time on live stream. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the later games I probably will have to do in 2 parts. Because even talking for like 4 hours is kind of tough on my voice. So doing it for like an 8-hour stream would be kind of tough. One is quick, duh. Phantom of Venice is pretty long. Scopa, Stealing the Gemstone. Yeah, totally. I haven't played any of the Agatha Christie or the Sherlock games, but I don't know why I haven't. Like, I'm sure they're fun.
You're one big drink of water, aren't you?
It's tall drink of water, Nancy. Same candle as in Treasure in the Royal Tower. My ancestor Albert Penvillain created. I even found some of his notations and have performed many of his experiments. So this was created by Albert Penvillain, this whole lab. Blackmoor Manor has remained largely intact all these years. Would that I could lay claim to my birthright and live here openly, but Lydia tells me that my grandmother's name still stirs fear and hatred in the hearts of nearby villagers and counsels discretion. So Eleanor. Okay. So this gives us a map. Really. And then the moving rooms. The well lock, east-west. This gives us a map of the secret passageways. Welcome, dear initiate, pride of the Penvillain heritage. Here you will face many trials, but persevere, for your reward shall be the knowledge of those who have passed before you and the honor of those to come. You have demonstrated your worthiness by negotiating the moving rooms and mastering the alchemy test which our father Albert created to protect his laboratory. Now you will help protect our heritage by creating yet another test for new initiates to pass. For my part, I have set this tradition in motion with the establishment of the rules of Penvillain inheritance, and have enlisted the Bossany family to oversee our efforts and discoveries. So the Bossanys have been tutoring the Penvillans for years, which is amazing. There are 6 columns in the Great Hall, each hiding a brave knight who will direct the movement of the Oil of Enlightenment to this forge, in which a key shall be created to reveal the secret of our father, Randolph. The secret must be well guarded. Hide the final solution to unlock this secret in your coat of arms and in the silent book. Let my words, woven in cloth, be the guide to finding the first key to open the column decorated with Jupiter's mighty bolt. Amicus et Magister, Charles, 1547. This book is so cool. This one cannot be tempered by water. Fill the water, so that was Thomas's contribution. Eleanor did the Mercury key. C, probably Charles, to bring fire to the forge, tame the master guardian gargoyle and his 2 companions with Mercury's wand, but be a fleet foot, time is of the essence. So we have to tap each of the gargoyles and then go light the oil. I think this is Brigitte. This is how you find the arrow. So many years have passed. The moon box, yep, okay, so we did all that. We did everything in Brigitte's room. Countless wonders, John. A dragon now watches over the manor. You will discover the passage that hides its key. Exactly. Is it I who completes the key to guard the last column? The Conservatory's pond. My computer will help you find the Saturn key with the ghost hunt. Fantastic. So this is so cool. I love this book. Like, passed down through the centuries.
My dear initiate.
Congratulations for progressing this far. Your goal may not be in sight, but it is very, very close. I leave this for you because the Athenor can be daunting and not a little discouraging. Just bear in mind that to use it, you must first light it, and to light it, you must give it 4 things. Earth in liquid form, oil, air, water, and fire. Should you require more information, consult the Mutus Liber, something even my grandfather Corbin apparently did with some frequency.
Penelope Penvillain. Wow, this letter was written more than 200 years ago.
I regret that we shall never meet, but you will get a glimpse into my life when you encounter my contribution to the security of our treasure. Likewise, were I somehow able to project myself into the future, I would learn something about you, were I to come across the obstacle which you will have created. Blackmoor Manor is indeed the sum of the hearts and minds of all who have dwelt here. That's just such a cool idea. Like, I would totally love to do this in the future. But it kind of requires having a cool manor house with a bunch of secret passageways.
This looks like some kind of medieval forge.
Ooh, I'm behind on the chat. Favorite villain? I like the villain from Stay Tuned for Danger and the final scene. And if I had to pick a third, probably Danger on Deception Island. They're just such good ending sequences. Scopa is awesome. Nancy thinks a statue is hot. You. The Nancy Drew game that made you feel the most. Oh, you cried during Silent Spy. So sad. Oh gosh, that's hard. Which one makes me feel the most? It's different feelings, because like some of them make me
This
feel
looks like some kind of ancient mold.
very nostalgic, and some make me feel like
Looks like a chunk of metal.
sad. I mean, Ghost of Thornton Hall I felt a lot just because of Charlotte's story. So maybe that one? Maybe Ghost of Thornton Hall. The most feels. We are in the secret lab, Demon Slayer. Yeah, YouTube is better about the time limit, but they do prefer shorter videos for sure. Do hereby decree that an initiate may be male or female, and that the education of said initiate is to begin no sooner than the 12th. Which honestly is very progressive for the time. One of the most ingenious machines ever created. Yes, unlocks the key. Door chimes for secret doors, control for Mercury. And thankfully we already figured that out. So we've already figured out basically all the keys. I'm glad you're taking your time uploading these live streams. Argofump did the same thing, but he's already played them all already. I know, right? I like his, but to me, yours are more enjoyable. Oh, thank you, Ray Marie. I did get to enjoy a few of Argofump's streams, which was so nice, but he was able to get through them so quickly. If I didn't have to work my full-time job, I would play Nancy Drew every day. This letter was written 200 years ago, but it's still in modern English. Time travel confirmed. Exactly. Okay, so this is the Aeolus puzzle.
Whoa. Sounds like the big guy out there just took a step.
We didn't even do anything and he already lost. So this one is hard. But the idea is that if
Looks
you...
like some winds are stronger than others.
Yeah, some winds are stronger than others, but as long as you don't line up with the black, you're able to like catch most of the winds. Whoa, the north wind. The north wind is quite strong. This puzzle makes me want to die. It is really tricky. If I can stay safely... That north wind, goodness gracious. I thought I could trick the east wind into getting there, but apparently not. See, and I can't go up, otherwise I'll fall down this hole. You're a smaller YouTuber, so I feel like I can actually talk with you. Unlike a lot of other streamers where there's no chance for conversation. Yeah, that is kind of the nice part about being a little bit smaller of a channel, is we can actually talk to each other more. This puzzle can kill you on the first move. It's a rigged system. It's so true. Arglefumps play them each like 500 times. It's true. I wish I could upload more videos to my YouTube channel, but I'm always afraid of copyright because I got my suspended for 24 hours one year. Wow. Yeah, the copyright thing is a little bit scary. I think it depends a lot on the content that people make. Like if you do gaming stuff, it's better. And I don't know why that is. Like, why is it not a copyright thing for sharing games that you didn't make? But I don't know. It's weird. See if I can get rid of this guy. Then we might be in business. Ahaha! See, he's the hardest one to get in my opinion. And then if I can hang out here and maybe convince this wind. Here, windy. He doesn't want to do it. He's not cooperating. Neither is this one. The west and the east wind are not doing what I want them to do. Oh! So he's stronger. Ho 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 ho. Sounds like Santa. Okay, come here, Windy. Got him.
It sounds like air is going to the forge.
Air going to the forge. Aw, thanks, Ray Marie. That's the best part about doing these streams, is getting to chat with you guys. So yeah, I love talking with all of you. That makes it the best. That's a good question, Jessica. I have no idea where he's actually moving. I guess he's just moving around the room, but it's so weird. Copyright is crazy right now. Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions now. A good 50% of their audience is gamers, so I think that's why they don't strike gaming YouTubers. Yeah, it'd be kind of a problem. Here, birdie, 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 exactly. Nancy's classic way to solve things. Just call out for them. Yes, I love this song. This soundtrack is so good. Okay, so now we need to go light the forge. Mercury and backwards. I mean moon door and backwards. Moon door and backwards. And then go forward. Beautiful. And we'll go up. Through the creepy passageways to go tap gargoyles on the head. Because that's just what we do. Hi, Sarah! Swooping in towards the end. Excellent. Welcome.
Hello?
Hi, it's Ned. I've been dying to know how things are going there. What's the latest?
Well, I've discovered some kind of medieval alchemy lab.
Really? Where?
Under the manor. And I mean way under the manor. In fact, I may be the only one in this place who knows about it.
What's in it?
Well, I was hoping to find the fabled Penvillin treasure, but all there is in there is an old forge.
Forge? Isn't the thing you use to heat metal and make swords and stuff?
Right.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, actually, the forge looks like something I saw in that strange picture book Jane has that I told you about before, which means I should probably check it out more thoroughly.
Probably hasn't been used for centuries.
That's the thing. It looks like it has been used recently. I mean, relatively recently. Certainly within the past 50 years or so.
What would someone be using a forge to make in this day and age?
There was also this big keyhole in the lab.
What about a key?
No key.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's what has to be forged.
The key that goes in that keyhole?
That'd be my guess.
I think Linda really is turning into the beast of Blackmoor.
Oh, come on.
While I was looking into her room through this peephole,
You were spying on her through a peephole?
No. Well, sort of. Okay, so maybe I was. But the point is, I got a glimpse of her hand, and it was all hairy.
You're kidding me.
Frankly, it was pretty shocking. And if the rest of her is anything like her hand, well, it's no wonder she won't let anyone see her.
I'm sure there's a perfectly logical explanation. I have no idea what it could be, but I'm sure there is one.
I'll talk to you soon.
Just be careful over there.
Very good. And now the plural?
Pueri, puer.
I bet you're right about that, Allison.
Pueros,
Yes, Jessica, we get to see Gargi the gargoyle. So how unfair YouTube is with copyrights. Large corporate-funded channels get away with murder, but other channels have to fight to make a living. It's so true. I see so many of my favorite YouTubers talking about it all the time, just like fighting against the algorithm, and it's so frustrating. It's like, if you're making good content that's like not hurting anyone, is it really that big a deal? NED's online! Nancy Drew in the mystery of the YouTube algorithm. Nancy's a peeping Tom. I love how judgmental Ned is. You were looking at her through a peephole? Maybe?
This wand probably works through magnets.
I love how you can hear the ticking, too.
And the winner is
Like, how can I hear the ticking? It's incredible. And light the forge.
Whoa, something tells me I just succeeded in lighting the forge.
Woohoo! Alright, and we have the key, and I've already looked at all of the crests, so we might be on a roll here. They always have Nancy be a skeptic. Yeah. It's very rare that she's like, yeah, no, I think this actually could be happening. But like in Ghost of Thornton Hall, she actually starts to be a little bit like, could ghosts be real? Which I actually appreciate. I want her to question it sometimes. Because she is always like very Scooby-Doo like, it's always a person in a mask. But is it? The world may never know. How'd you guys find my channel? Oh, I'm curious too, actually. You found it through a Facebook post she made on the Nancy Drew fan page group. That is such a fun Facebook group, by the way. I love that group. I'm so glad that that post actually helped you find my channel. That's amazing. So glad to hear that. Okay, so now we gotta make this key. And I can't remember.
By pulling out different plugs, I can create different patterns in the mold.
Am I removing them or in the... I might be doing this backwards, but we'll see. And like this. Yeah, I know it was because she was hallucinating, but I want her to actually believe it. Believe, Nancy. Oh, you saw the Midnight in Salem review and then watched all the others? Now you're checking out the Sim stuff? Yay! That's amazing. The only real supernatural one is Ghost of Thornton Hall. Yeah, there's more to it than just the hallucination. It has to be. YouTube recommended it to me after looking at several Nancy Drew videos. I think the first one I saw was all the games ranked worst to best. That's definitely the best performing one on the channel, for sure, is the ranking one. I am so excited about how well that video has been doing.
The forge is... wow, molten metal.
It's just very cool.
There, that looks right.
Ooh, it looks right, guys. Okay, well, take the key, Nancy. Or do I have the key? Oh, I have the key. Okay, cool. Here we go.
Whatever you just found, it's mine. I'm the penman, not you. Besides, I would have found it before you did if I didn't have to sit there all day learning all that other silly rubbish. What is that?
I do Demon Slayer. It might be kind of silly, but I really do. You found one of the Sims Nancy Drew videos on YouTube. Became more interested when you saw that I did the walkthroughs. That's cool. So the Sims ones got recommended. Ranking of the games, and you're like, huh, I like her voice. It's different, so I stayed. Thanks, Jessica.
That is the Pendleton treasure.
A rock? 600 years of secrets and mystery and puzzles, all because of a stupid rock? No way. There must be something under it.
No, don't touch it!
Jane, I told you not to touch it.
No, don't touch it!
Jane, I told you not to touch it.
Nancy, help me! It's pitch black in here. I can't see anything. Get me out of here, please! I'm sorry I was mean to you before. I'm sorry for everything.
What do you mean by everything?
It's my fault Linda's sick. I mean, she's not really sick. I just made her think she is. I left that curse in her room and gave her allergy pills and put her medicine in a moisturizer.
You made her think that she's changing into the Beast of Blackmoor, didn't you?
I just wanted to go away. I just wanted to be Daddy and me and Mommy, my real Mommy. Please don't make me talk anymore, Nancy. There's no air in here. I can't breathe.
I've got to figure out a way to get that box off of her fast.
Aeolus, to the rescue. He's just rolling around the room.
Thank you.
Dear Ned, well, there is a Beast of Blackmoor. Jane. She made poor Linda think she was turning into a monster by putting her uncle's hair restorer in Linda's moisturizer. She also slipped Mrs. Drake's allergy pills into Linda's food so she'd feel woozy all the time. An extremely dangerous thing to do. Needless to say, Jane's father was very upset, especially when he found out Jane had done it because she still wants him and her real mother to get back together. After Jane apologized to Linda, and Hugh apologized to both of them, they all resolved to do whatever it takes to become a real family. As for Blackmoor Manor, ever since I told him about all the passageways and gadgetry I discovered, Hugh has become fascinated with his family history and has ordered Ethel to teach him what she's taught Jane. And while he doesn't believe for a second that the meteorite in that old alchemy lab has magical powers, he has encouraged Jane to come up with a puzzle to help ensure its safekeeping, just as initiates have been doing for centuries. Which reminds me, the Pendletons swore me to secrecy when it comes to all their traditions. So don't tell anybody any of this, okay? Nigel suspected something was up when he came to get his laptop and has been hounding me ever since. This is just the kind of stuff he'd love to include in that unauthorized tell-all he's trying to write. If he calls me one more time, I'm telling on him. To Mrs. Drake. That'll teach him. Ever yours, Nancy.
Oh, I'm glad you liked the reviews, Ray Marie. They're super fun to make. I don't even remember the first video of yours I saw. It was definitely one of the walkthroughs. I think you had like 13 subscribers, and I was just so sad no one was watching. Oh my gosh, Golden Moon, so you're one of the OG subscribers. That's amazing. Thank you for sticking around for so long. I love that. I love how Jane pounds her fish. She's going to beat us up. Yeah, I think it's just because it's a meteorite demon slayer, but it doesn't seem like it would be that valuable of a treasure. I guess it's more the adventure of it that's really the treasure. It's very existential. Yeah, I actually have to get my laundry started today too, Scanlan. Good old laundry. I didn't think you were this close to the end. Yeah, we got a lot of the puzzles done like beforehand, so we were able to pretty much finish things up in the forge. If their voice bothers me, I don't watch. I know what you mean. There's a couple people who I like their content, but their voice is just not my thing. So I totally know what you mean. I told you not to touch it, Arthur's big hit. Leave her in there, Nancy. I think Ethel definitely was helping Jane because the Bossany family was tasked with tutoring the Pendleton family, so I think they totally did. Oh, you found the ND walkthroughs, Paul. Only wanted ones with no commentary, but then I found yours with the commentary, and it made watching so much better. Oh, yay. Jane more or less got away with attempted murder. Yeah, she's definitely not being very safe, for sure. Jane could have killed her stepmom with overdosing on prescription meds. Yeah, like, really, very dangerous. Ooh, on a tier list for the Nancy Drew games. Once you've played them all, you'll have to finish it. Yeah, I totally understand that there's, like, the different styles and different likes and everything. Do you think Ethel knew about Jane's doing? Yeah, I think she did. I do think she did know that. Okay, what award did we get? Sleuthier Druis for all-around super sleuthing. Except they spelt sleuthing wrong. Sleuthing. For all-around super sleuthing.
The year is 1930, and everything is on the rise. Unemployment, government breadlines, and organized crime. In the midst of it all, a heroine is born. Armed with only a flashlight, a blue roadster, and a spirited resourcefulness, a 16-year-old detective will go on to inspire hope in the hearts of young girls and kisses upon the lips of evildoers everywhere. Her name? Nancy Drew.
Her name? Nancy Drew. So next up will be Secret of the Old Clock. Coming in 2005. She seems to see outsiders as a threat. Yeah, Ethel totally sees outsiders as a threat. I agree. Voice matters a lot. I remember I deepened mine over the years because I found it would be more enjoyable to listen to. Ooh. So you, like, purposefully wanted to change your voice. Interesting. Oh, thanks, Juan, for the for being a subscriber. The notifications pop up on my screen because I'm technically in display capture windowed mode in order to show the game. Thanks for the subscription. I hate Secret of the Old Clock. It's lower on the totem pole for me. Just because the story gets a little messy, but I definitely enjoy playing it just because of the atmosphere. This one is fun except for the stupid mini golf. Totally agree. Mini golf is going to be very frustrating. I'll have to have some chocolate around as a reward for when I finish the mini golf. Secret of the Old Clock is the next stream. Have you ever thought about uploading these live streams where we can see you? I have thought about that. I don't have a webcam though. So that's the thing. And my monitor doesn't have a camera included. So it's something that I've thought about saving up for sure. How does it fit into the timeline? Did she suddenly time travel? Where's her TARDIS? I definitely consider it like a dream. Like, that's the only way I've been able to reconcile it with the rest of the series, is that she's just dreaming. It is very strange, though. It's an interesting one. I can't wait for 2005. Yay! Secret of the Old Clock is fun, except for the mini golf. I'm glad that many of you are on the same page as me with the mini golf. The mini golf is just atrocious. It's so hard. Old videos of my voice in 2011 compared to now, it's like night and day. So much cringe. So interesting. I think Deirdre might have a crush on Nancy. Ooh, that would be a fun fanfic. All right, everyone. Well, I have to go get some laundry started, then get ready for some family Easter streams. But thank you so much for joining me for Curse of Blackmoor Manor today. It was so fun to stream with all of you. I'm not positive when I'll be able to get to Secret of the Old Clock, just given my work schedule this week. But the best way to know that is just subscribing and having the notification bells on. But thought it would be cool to have face cam, no pressure. Yeah, I've definitely considered it. It would be fun to have a face cam for sure. Secret of the Old Clock is one of her nightmares. Yeah, the long chore run for sure. Yes, no corona back in 2005. Yeah, not positive when the next one will come up, but hopefully soon. Yeah, notifications on and the subscription definitely helps. But thank you everyone so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and a great Easter if you celebrate it. Thank you everyone. Bye. Bye-bye. So long. Thank you so much.